What's the motherfucking deal? I don't know why these scenes look so fucking different. Welcome to The Den. If you're not familiar with The Den is the best conversation on the internet. As always, every evening, live at 10 p.m. I am happy to be your host, Ed Honcho. So thank you for joining me this evening. Even though I am exceptionally, I definitely fool with the king just a little bit too much here. So let's fix that. No, I got another little issue. Actually, give me just one moment. Un momento, por favor. We'll figure it out. We'll get it all back together. We'll get it all together soon. So obviously that's not picking it up. I think that's the problem because I'm still in this little stupid box. You see what I'm saying? And that's annoying as shit. Just a little bit better, but it's still a little off. Let's fuck it. We're good. So, tonight we're going to talk about the Jussie Smollett situation. We're going to talk about some other political things that have been going on too. We're going to talk about this because it's very interesting. After the stream that we had earlier today, I had a chance to go back and see the interview with the chief of police and the mayor. And I find it very interesting. I think Chicago's about to have some problems, but we'll discuss that if they didn't already have some. I think it's just now getting started. And they definitely have Jussie to thank, so I hope they enjoy the next few episodes of Empire and everything that goes with that. But all of that is irrelevant. Let's talk about the Den. Let's talk about the friends of the Den, the denizens, the Den folk, and you degenerates. But before we do that, before we see who is joining us this evening, make sure you're following the Den on all the proper channels. Facebook and Instagram at Den Show Live, Facebook.com/Den Show Live. You can go like the Facebook page, and there should be a link from that to the Den closed Facebook group. Chop it up, talk a little shit here, talk a little shit there. If you want to be a part of that, you're more than welcome. If you ever want to contact the Den, even when we're not live, you can always shoot an email to denshowlive@gmail.com. If you want to tell a friend about the Den, you can tell them to go to thedenshow.com. If you want to tell them to join right now, you can tell them denshow.com/live. If you want to contact the Den, 833-284-3336. Again, 833, the number 2, the Den is the easy way to remember that. Even when we're not live, you want to leave a voicemail, you just want to call in, you want to spill your thoughts on something, feel free. And I'll do my best to get back with you if you send a text or anything like that. Sometimes I miss them, but I eventually get on that. So shout out to everybody who has utilized that. If you want to support the Den, and I appreciate all the support that has been coming since the Den has been rocking, you can go to streamlabs.com/thedenshow. And we still are in pursuit of our goal of, between this channel and another channel that I have, the goal is to convince 1,000 people to find $5 worth of value in the Den and contribute via Streamlabs or any other method if that's not available. I don't know if the link should be in the description below. If not, I'll get that done eventually. And shout out to Stina Starry-Eyed and anyone else who would be interested in becoming a Patreon supporter. You can pledge to the Den Show at patreon.com/the Den Show. As we are slowly but surely growing this thing into something great. And the only reason why it's so great is because of viewers like you. I probably stole that from PBS, but don't tell nobody. But no, seriously though, the reason the Den is so good is because of the Den folk, the denizens, the degenerates, the friends of the Den, however you like to identify. I think that there's plenty of labels and they're all legitimate at one point in time during the episode. So, like I said, let's get into the conversation. Let's talk about some things that are going on here. Make sure the audio is good. Let's see who's joining us. Dr. Rabbit, Simply Deep, Sweetberry, Mick Fitch. What's the motherfucking deal? Oh yeah, he definitely. We're gonna talk about all that. Just Sarah, Stina Starry-Eyed. 335 Berkeley Boss, Heidi. Hello, Heidi. Let's see. Dora, very interesting. Webster Colley, what's the motherfucking deal? Oh yeah, I'm floating the clouds tonight. I've been in the stars. I was doing a night thing earlier, so I'm gonna do the day thing now. I'm gonna switch it up. Sounded kind of echoey. Okay, Rashida Reed. Let me change that up in just a bit, and we will check it out. Let's see. Broderick Brooks, what's the motherfucking deal? Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Ali, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Sounds hollow. Okay, let me. Yeah, because I think this mic is I swapped up mics. And I think this mic is picking everything up. Angel Wood, what's the motherfucking deal? Okay, I'm gonna change it up here in just a second. Let me see. Kahau MC, what's the motherfucking deal? Maria, what's the motherfucking deal? DeMarcus, the most hated mod. Why they be beefing with you, DeMarcus? You know, Luis say he gonna get you, he gonna run up on you when he see you in the streets. Luis want that smoke. And if I miss you, I ain't dish you, man. Let's get into the conversation. Let me see what's going on here. And okay. Let me know if. How's this sound? Does this sound any different? Does this sound a little bit better? Or does it sound a little bit worse? Sounds worse? All right, let's check it out. More echo. All right. How about now? Better? Worse? Better? Left, right, up, down, up, left, A, right, down. Better? Okay. I guess we'll try that then. I guess we'll go with that for right now. All right, and then there's a couple other settings. We'll tweak it out. We'll keep fucking with it. So here is the deal. Let's talk about it, man. And so we talked about it briefly earlier. And, you know, after hearing some things, like I said, listening to the mayor, listening to the chief, there's going to be some smoke in the city. All right. People are upset. People are not happy about what's taking place. And the chick who initially recused herself definitely had a hand in this. Who was it? Tina Chen, who was affiliated with the Obamas prior to this. And I saw these text messages a while back, and that's why I was very curious about this. This was some, you know, when this case first started. You know, text her and said, hey, you know, we're concerned. This is before Chicago police ever even said that he was a suspect. So why were you concerned? Why were you so concerned before about Chicago police and how they were handling when they said they were looking for the guys, they were trying to find this, they were doing all that work? It was quite a bit before they ever said Jussie was a suspect. This was before they found the Nigerians. This was before all of that stuff, right? So now that comes out. Actually, it didn't come out now. It's been out. And then someone else who is a quote unquote a family friend. How are they so close? Like who else? Rashida, Mr. Motherfucker. Oh, good to see Rashida. Who else has the ability to just text the state's attorney, right? Who has that? Who just has that kind of leeway? Most of us don't get that. I'm seeing this light. It's fucking. Like I say, we working. We're going to get it all back together. Once I figure out what's going on with this camera, that's the part of it. Fucking won't let me. It only lets me use one. Like, because the thing is, it'll let me switch up settings, but I would be moving. I'd be screwed up for real because the fucking FPS is like 5. Shit looking like old 98 webcam. So we gonna make it work. Yeah, and so that's the thing about it. So somebody else, and here's the thing: the family friend, you know, well, I think Tina Chen was the one that asked to see. She said, you know, can you get this moved to an FBI investigation? So state's attorney goes and hollers at the Superintendent Johnson, Eddie Johnson. Hold up, there, boy, Eddie Johnson, and basically, you know, tries to get him to get it moved. Then like I said, the family friend sends her a message. And she basically replies, yeah, I'm trying to get it escalate to the FBI, basically. Great. That would be a huge victory. That word right there. If at that point in time, and that stood out because, again, this is old text messages, but now they really come into play because of how everything worked out. Huge victory. Why would he need a victory if he was not a criminal, not being viewed as a criminal at that time? Well, how is that a huge victory to get this case moved from Chicago, where it happened, to a federal case, or have a federal, the Federal Bureau of Investigations look at it? How is that a huge victory? So, again, that's why I say this case has been suspect to me from the very beginning. And people didn't realize, like I said, I didn't speak on that part much, but this is why I say these things that were going on have been very suspicious from the very beginning. And people just don't want to acknowledge it. These things do come into play. So now, excuse me, pardon me. I don't know, I'll get off. Now, there are some things that you have to really look at. And I agree, money talks, bullshit walks. And that's what people got to realize. I see people trying to say, there's that little dude, I forgot his name. I tweeted something he did. It's that little dude. He's like a little conservative dude and a little light-skinned dude. And he speaks, he's a real intelligent dude. But, fuck, what is his name? Little conservative. They prop him up on a bunch of shit. But anyway, little conservative black guy. And, he started talking about black privilege. And and this is why I say I don't align myself with anybody, because this is when shit gets stupid. There is no black privilege. There's no white privilege. There's no black privilege. So, like, let's stop with the nonsense. It's money and political privilege. Because if you're any other regular black person, would not have gotten this play. They would not have gotten this kind of love. And so, like, using this is what I'm saying. Like, these terms, little conservative, yeah, I'm talking about the little light skin. Let me pull it up, because I retweeted something he said today. But my thing is, if I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna sit here with a straight face and tell you that I don't believe in white privilege, how would I be? I would be very ridiculous to say that I believe in black privilege. Now, is there a gay privilege? I don't know. But my thing is, when you talk about these, C.J. Pearson, that's his name, C.J. Pearson, the little dude, yeah. And so my thing is, Rainbow Push released a statement about Jussie Smollett 16 hours of community. Wow. And that's my thing too. That's my thing too. That's my thing. I know I ain't got no goddamn privilege. I know that for a fact. I don't have a privilege. I don't say nobody else have, man, you got to get out here and do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get out here and you got to do what you got to do. That's just the way the world works. Because it's, like I say, when I went back and looked at that old buddy about, like I say, what's his name, Anthony Johnson, that slave owner, the black slave owner, it just made me start thinking, not thinking differently, but reinforcing some of the thoughts I've already had. Him and a couple other situations, from him, Jack Johnson. Maybe your last name has to be Johnson for you to get the victory. But anyway, so what I'm saying about that, or about this, is, going back to the case, like I said, it's not black privilege. It's political and monetary privilege. So you go back and you look at Kim Fox. I saw it on Breitbart. I went and seen the things for myself, did some looking. Soros, everybody knows, everybody's favorite multi-billionaire, funder of Black Lives Matter. Why? Very odd. Also donated over $400,000 to Kim Fox's campaign, bid for state's attorney or whatever. Why? Why would he be involved in that? You know what I'm saying? Why would he be involved in that? Why would he contribute to her? What was so special about her? Maybe she's in line with certain beliefs that he has. So that's very interesting, because I'm not a Black Lives Matter supporter. I'm not the organization itself. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Because what is this tied to? Black Lives Matter is not a black organization. It's a gay organization. And again, this is not to say anything against gay people. Let's just call it what it is. Let's be honest here. It has nothing to do with black men, not straight black men at least, which they founded their whole premise off of, and then, start interjecting other little things into it. So Soros funding Black Lives Matter, funding Kim Fox, obviously has certain political implications that he's trying to achieve. But that's not just it. Let's get back to Jussie and, Kim Fox's role in that. If y'all don't know who that was on the thumbnail, that's Kim Fox looking like a Black Sarah Sanders. You know, it's very interesting to see. And the justification of certain people, I guess, you know, maybe I think a little differently. Because even with this, I know people have been talking about, even with R. Kelly, people have been talking about, well, you know, what about all the white people? It doesn't matter. That's, you got to deal with your own shit. If they plugged in, they going to get away. What happened? Jesse's plugged in, he got away. What's the common factors? Obviously, not whiteness isn't the common factor. Because any other nigga would have did some shit like that. One, more than likely, it would have been swept under the rug because nobody has those platforms he has. But he went out and made this big deal about it. Again, has never been called innocent. Has never been mentioned as being innocent. They just dropped the charges. If he was innocent, don't you think he would have got that bail money back? Do you think there would be these raggedy couple hours of community service, some shit that he was going to do anyway? They didn't hit him with nothing. $10,000 is basically what he paid, forfeited his bail money to pay. That ain't shit. That what $10,000? What's a day or two? Man, that's probably less than a day of police man hours. They had 12 dedicated detectives working overtime to this case. That $10,000 ain't cover a goddamn thing. So what I'm saying is, this was less than a slap on the wrist. This was a fucking pinch on St. Patrick's Day for not wearing green. That's what that was. Yeah, you naughty shillelagh, you. There was nothing. There was nothing. This emergency fucking court case. The cops didn't know about it until it happened. Nobody knew about it until it happened. There's a reason that even the mayor, because, you know, we can talk about, you know, political implications and everything. We can talk about Rahm Emanuel and his ties and everything that he has going on. He was even upset about it. Tells you something. And the cops tells you something. Because they talked about the grand jury is the one that indicted him, right? They took this before a grand jury with the evidence from the Africans and everything else. And they said that was just a sliver of the evidence, that they had a whole lot more. But why seal the case? Any other time, an expungement takes, I know in Texas, from my own personal situations and things, it takes like up to like 5 years after a certain, I think after a felony, it's 5 years. He had 16 felony charges. After a misdemeanor, I think you got, you know, once everything's cleared in a way, I think you got like 30 to 60 days, something like that. So my thing is this, okay? My thing is this. He got away with the bullshit. Nothing happened. I cannot validate in any form or fashion supporting this. Now, initially I said I didn't think he was going to get any fucking time. I didn't think that was going to be an issue anyway. But to basically not even have a case, again, it wasn't just like, again, they brought it for a grand jury. Grand jury found it. They said they had plenty of evidence, but then we hurry up, we seal it, we try to shut everything off, and now this information is not made available to the public. Why? Oh, well, we took into consideration his duties in the past, so we figured that it wasn't so bad. It's a lot of motherfuckers who join volunteer organizations to have access to certain things. Do we take their consideration? Well, they were volunteering when they did it, so we're not going to try. Doesn't happen. This is a favor for a friend. These are political connections. These are political ties. I don't think it's necessarily money because he's not that wealthy, but he has wealthy backing. So there could be a lot of money in it, money that he just may not have. There's an agenda being pushed here, people. And if you don't see it, then you just choose not to see it, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to believe what they want to. This is the den where we're all friends of the den, whether you agree, you disagree, you know, just make sure you back up your points. There's a couple other things I want to speak on, but I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to speak, to talk. So, because I want to be able to, you know, see what you guys are talking about. I've been peeking here and there in the chat, but I haven't been as focused on the chat as I'd like to. So let me bring this in. I seen Rules for Radical, Mayor's faking, and I got a little bit of that vibe because you definitely have to. You need to keep that police force behind you, especially with this being a national deal. So let's talk about it. Let me get everything in order. I'm gonna get the Denline going, but it's a bunch of shenanigans. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Okay, we look like we good. We live. A little bit of buffer. We live. So yeah, right now the Fraternal Order Police, they're calling for her to be investigated, and because I think they had an investigation into her before, but it just didn't. They didn't go all the way through. All right, we got a call coming in. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Oh, shit, goddamn! I thought we had a call in. It looked like somebody I was trying to hear from that. I know y'all was asking about earlier. I think it is what it is. So, what about the call ain't going through, man? What's happening? I see it, but then it keep cutting out. It ain't letting me answer. Hold on, player. Hold on, 'cause I definitely want to get. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing a particular opinion on this topic here, but I don't know why I keep cutting out. I'll try it again. But yeah, man, this is a real wild one in my opinion, and I really don't know what's going on. But yeah, hey man, look, whoever that was that just called in, call back in. There we go. Come on, let's see if this thing. Let's see. Hopefully. All right, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in on the Denline this evening?
Hey man, all I got is 4 minutes left. Don't be screening my fucking calls.
Man, you know better than that, man. I don't know what was going down. The shit kept cutting out. I've been trying to hear from you since earlier, man. What you want to drop on this one tonight, man?
Hey man, this prepaid mic, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll. Y'all ready to rock with me?
Man, let's rock. I want to rock right now.
Man, look, bro. So earlier when the shit happened, I'm at Roof Chris meeting with a client. I got the headphones, listening to the shit. Man, your homeboy, what's his name? Wink? Or what's his name? Wink?
Wink, yeah.
Man, Wink was bringing that motherfucking heat, man. Look, bro. Let's start off with something real quick. So for anybody who had the idea that the good sister Jussie is innocent, let me run something to y'all. If he was a victim of a hate crime, which is what he told us, because you got to remember, for everybody who's saying Chicago PD is crooked, you got to remember, this ain't got shit to do with Chicago PD. He brought this to them. Okay? If he was a victim of a hate crime, they beat him up, did all this shit, correct? Is that what he definitely told us, right?
That's what he told us.
Now, Chicago PD, did they due diligence, and they found the two people who, quote-unquote, attacked him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if them two motherfuckers said that Jussie set the whole thing up, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And they are walking free, what does that tell you? Okay. Let's dig a little bit deeper into the situation. For any of y'all who don't know, I am an attorney, so let's get to the shit. Honcho, as you pointed out about the expunge, for those who don't know, it does not matter who you are, how much money you have. Expunge, when you get something expunged, it doesn't seal your case. I have never seen a case get an emergency meeting, then have the case sealed completely. This was within 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that tell you? That tell you that the good sister Jussie, somebody made a phone call way above our pay grade, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Some shit going down that I don't really think that y'all really want to know about. Truth be told, Kim Fox, I don't think she's going to stick around too much longer. I'm going to tell you the reason why. If you got the police department upset, the mayor upset, and the police sergeant, lieutenant telling you that they didn't get a heads up, it's some fishy shit going on around here. Now, here's the thing you have to also remember when dealing with the situation. You got to remember, you don't have to be the richest person in the room if you got the political connections. As you was pointing out, Honcho, that's why so many people are so tied in with these politicians. A lot of these politicians are not very wealthy. It's the political power they have. The cat you was talking about from the Black Lives Matter, the little billionaire dude who funds the shit. Why do you think he funded Kim Fox? It's called the ace in the hole, man. If you ever deal with somebody who has political power, they talk about the ace in the hole. I scratch your back, you scratch my back. A person who I care about getting into a little bit of trouble, I can make a phone call, need you to get it taken care of. You know what I'm saying? This is how this shit works, bro. This is how it's always been. It's how it's always going to be. And I'm so glad you said something, Honcho, because this shit needs to be said. There's no such thing as black privilege. There's no thing as white privilege. There's a thing called a money privilege. 95 to 97% of people in America take a plea deal. Do you know the reason why? And this is through the whole United States, not the South. Don't talk about we all country, none of that bullshit. The reason they take a plea deal is because white people go to prison, black people go to prison. If you're white or black and you're poor, that's who go to prison. Rich people don't go. So this is the harsh reality of what Jussie did and what the president's going to send. It's going to tell the next gay or whoever it is who feel like they're going to try to pull a Jussie Smollett, they're going to try that same shit, and they're going to take their broke ass right to prison. This shit don't work unless you have the political ties that he has. And here's the thing, for anybody who thinks it's not going to get ugly, oh, it's going to get ugly. Because there's going to be some shit get leaked out there. I'm telling you, the shit going to hit the fan. They don't call emergency meets and seal cases, bruh. It don't work. And for anybody who thinks he's innocent, don't nobody forfeit their bond. No such thing. I ain't never heard this shit before. That's a plea deal. That's a deal. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have the statement from the Cook County. The Cook County never called him innocent, not one time. Exactly. Not one time. Now, Chicago Mike had made a comment about a couple of days ago, probably about a week ago, and everybody was kind of getting on him. And I'm gonna highlight what he was saying because I'm gonna tie it all in for y'all. Chicago Mike was talking about the media because look at how the media broke the story and made it seem like all charges were dropped. Now go back to 2008 when R. Kelly had his day in court. Baseless accusers were found innocent on all 14 charges. And what did the media say? Well, charges have been dropped, but no one ever called him innocent. R. Kelly was innocent. Jussie took a plea deal. R. Kelly is innocent. Now, it don't matter if you agree with it or not. If you have your day in court and you are found innocent of either by a judge or a jury of your peers, you are innocent. You can never be tried again. But how many niggas you know say R. Kelly did it?
To everybody.
Think about that. Think about that. Now, before we move on to the next piece, I want to say this. Somebody better be having an emergency meeting with Seth Greenberg and R. Kelly real soon. Because any piece of evidence that Michael Avenatti has given to Cook County Police Department is all tainted. He's going to be disbarred soon. So any tape that he's ever touched, anybody who he's represented, any statement, all that shit's tampered. But I guarantee you Kim Fox ain't going to run down there for R. Kelly and do the same thing she did for Jussie Smollett. I guarantee she don't. I guarantee she don't. Now, Honcho, you know what I'm saying? I know plenty of people. I got plenty of niggas in my family who have criminal records and shit. You and I both know this. It does not matter where you are. You can get locked up in Harris County, Fort Bend County, Jefferson County, no matter where you at. If you catch a case, take a deal, or you get found guilty, whatever the case may be, you can literally go and Google and find this shit. But Jussie Smollett case is sealed. Innocent niggas getting their case sealed immediately. Come on, man. Come on, man. Immediately. Listen what this fucking fruit cup has the nerve to come out and say. If I did what they say I did, I would not be my mother's son. Yeah. This is the same nigga who got pulled over in California for drinking and driving and used his brother's name. Nigga, you are definitely your mother's son. You are the worst type of nigga. Bruh, it's like this. And you know what I'm saying? Once the story broke, but I was trying to get into y'all, I couldn't. And I'm talking to my white coworkers, I'm talking to my black coworkers, and I want to say this, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. This is the first time that a big major case happened in America that I can recall that white and black people both seen through the bullshit. It's the first time that I finally seen niggas saying, "Nah, we ain't standing with this nigga, man. This nigga lying." This is the first time that I can recall. So if you ain't done good sister, if you ain't done nothing else, you finally starting to show us that we got more in common as white and black people than we do. That's the difference. So maybe you did something to help us out because we needed this shit.
That's true.
So all y'all can stop letting this media control y'all and realize this shit really going on. Motherfuckers is really out here living this life. And for anybody who don't get it, bro, the rules don't apply to these people. These people are above the law. You try this shit, your broke ass try this shit, I promise you, you're going to get all 16 of them felonies. I promise you. There will be no plea deals. That's it for me, man. It's your boy Prepaid. Fuck with your boy.
I already prepaid and came and killed it. Appreciate it, man. And that's, look, y'all done heard from the mouth of the attorney, man. And that's all I'm trying to tell y'all, you know. Political plugs, power. And my thing is, let's get this understood. You know, we know how the system works here in America. It's fucked up, yeah, but shit. You better get you something. You see how that shit, the whole world has seen how that pool works. You better get you tapped in with you some politicians. That's why motherfuckers make them donations and go to them these events. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
All right, Josh, what you want to drop on the Denline this evening, man?
Boy, I thought, like, for this thing, because I remember, like, I don't know if I said I took this class like this, where it talks about how, it really talks about this case and everything, and I was just like, and I think the bad news is I think that I don't have that class on Thursday because I think the teacher canceled it, but if they do, I'm finna raise so much hell because not only they had people in that class campaigning for his innocence, they got people saying that the 16 counts wasn't even real, and now this shit happened. Nah, Prepaid just said it all, man. I was just talking with the person I'm living with today, and I was just like, how in the hell that's like there's rich people with plea deals, but it's like with poor people, it's like it's almost through the roof, and it makes no sense. And there was a time that lawyers, real lawyers, you know, that work for the state and everything came in, and it was like, oh yeah, it's really like this, like the system really like this. And I was just like, why? And I was just like, and the thing is, it's like for some reason I look at them because it's just like, so let me get this straight. Y'all can go to school, pretty much kiss ass all day long, work for the state, and get paid off like this bitch got paid off. Like, I don't get all that shit. And what the thing is, like, I have friends that pretty much want to go in that profession. I talk their ass this. You go in there, you do some wild ass shit like that, I'm pulling out everything you did since birth, and I'm gonna make sure your ass ain't getting the job again. Cause I done had enough of this shit. Like, it's time out for this shit. It's like, ain't no way in hell you get 16 counts and then days go by and that shit gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
saying.
That don't make no difference.
And that's what I'm saying, man. And when they dropped that 16 again, took it to a grand jury indictment, they dropped them 16 counts. That, to me, that means they felt like they had a strong fucking case. And like I said, I've had my own legal repercussions, so that's why I'm familiar with a couple of these situations. But the thing is, man, look, Jack, I've never, like Mike said, I've never heard no shit like that. I'm sure he's dealt with it more being prepaid, they say dealing with an attorney, dealing with, you know, clients and things like that, or, you know, being probably having attorney friends and shit like that. There ain't no motherfucker. The process in which it happens lets you know that the puppet master pulled the string. Like, no, we're not gonna have this out of nowhere. At the very least, emergency? What do you mean? What do you mean emergency court hearing? You got a court date in a week or so, or however long it was. If the case was going to be dismissed, they would have told you that emergency. Now, look, I want my boy out all the bullshit. I'm tired of him stressing. He ain't feeling good. Let me go ahead and pull these strings for him. You go ahead and play. And I agree. I think it's going to be some shit. I think this is the very beginning, and things are going to start unraveling. And I don't know how it can play out, but I swear I don't know. They need some rogue detect. Somebody need to mail a tape or do whatever. I want the motherfucking evidence. Because, again, yeah, like you said, innocent, the word innocent was never used. You know, again, the forfeiture of the bond, if you was innocent, there would be no need for that. There was a case against this man, a legit case against this man. And his political friends who pulled, like I say, pulling the puppet strings, it could be Kamala, could it be Corey, could it be George, any of those motherfuckers, it could be all of them, who knows? The Obamas, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was in the middle of all of that. Then being gay, and you can say black, and you can throw all those other things in there. He's the Jewish, all the perfect intersectionality, all the little pieces that you need to be everything you need to be. He just happened to be the perfect pawn to be all that. And so he probably knew beforehand. That's why I say we talked about this when this shit first broke, that it might be bigger than him from the jump. And he knew he'd have this political protection that he wouldn't have to worry about it. You know, like I said, how the fuck you just got the fucking state's attorney number like that just to be texting you and multiple family, friends, and everybody else? You just got plugs like, oh, Jesse's, you know, he's worried. Can we get this moved? Can we pull a favor for me? Like the audacity. Like who has that kind of audacity? That means you plugged in. That means you have the ability. You have these connections.
And isn't that like conflict of interest anyway too? But
man, she was supposed to be recused from the fucking case.
No, but we don't know shit. Like isn't that's conflict of interest? I mean, I don't know shit. And then the good citizen shit. If my ass go rob a gas station right now, my ass is getting in court. They gonna throw the book. I have a clean record, as clean as Jesus Christ, and died on the cross. They throw my ass in jail. Like, what the fuck is going on with this shit?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it, man. Like, this shit, even, and I'm not MAGA country, you pretty much, like, even like the president, because even people saying with that Mueller investigation, how, because it's amazing how, because I know this off topic a little bit, it's amazing how, like, everybody around Trump got interviewed but him. Like, how the hell that shit happened? Like, it's almost like the same concept. Like, if you have a certain amount of power, you can pretty much do shit and get away with it. And it's not even the money talk bullshit walk anymore. It's like if you, like I said, like in power, you can get away with shit. But same thing with Brother Lee was saying. It's not like I'm majoring in it. It's just that with some classes with U of H, like you got to take this culture class. I took an African American Studies class, and that's how I was able to talk to them a little bit. And they saying they're trying to change it, but it's bullshit to me because 9 times out of 10, you're a lawyer. Niggas charge you $2-3 million to go walk. You probably gonna walk. Like that's just common sense. Yeah. And I don't know. Everybody's talking about Trump's interview. I don't really know if he was in that situation too, but it is what it is on that one. But my main point was just like people just get certain privileges, man. It's shit. And I don't even know how it's gonna change. Like, and that's really the sad part.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna change, man. It's the game, man, and this is how it's played. So I think it is what it is. But you know, that's a BET, man, Josh. I appreciate the call, man.
No. Yeah, man. I'll listen to your song.
That's for sure. But it's a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's a lot of backdoor activity. Pause. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in into the deadline this evening, man? Hello, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is Maria Gardanapo.
I'm not even gonna try to say that last name. I'm gonna take your word from
Gardanapo.
Gardanapo.
Yes, I've been trying to get a hold of you because I am so mad. I've been texting, whatever. Anyway, thanks for having me on.
Okay, thank you for calling in. So what would you like to talk on this topic?
Well, I am telling you, how come everybody's missing the point? The point is that he's the one, Smollett, stupid Smollett, he's the one that called the police. He's the one that said somebody tied a noose around his neck, somebody poured bleach on him, and now he's saying, oh, I just want to walk away and go on with my life. And the police let him go, and everybody, not the police, but the police, I feel sorry for the police, but doesn't anybody miss the point? This has nothing to do with R. Kelly. This has to do with him, and he has that Kamala and all these people, and they got him out. That's it. So why isn't he going after the people that committed this crime?
Interesting.
Right?
Right.
That's what nobody's asking that.
Because in the interview, they're
gonna let the people go that supposedly tied a noose around his neck and did all this stuff. So now everybody's just gonna go free. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with people? I'm Canadian, but I don't understand how everybody's just okay with this.
I don't think people are. Like I say, I think it's gonna be a lot of backlash. I think it's gonna be a lot of something. I don't think it's just as cut and dry as it is. You know, maybe in the legal sense it is for him, but I think there's going to be a lot more repercussions, not only for Jussie Smollett, but I think for Kim Foxx too. I think that might be a wrap. I don't know. It just depends. I would say it would be a wrap for her political career, but you just never know at this point.
No, but not even his career. I'm just saying, if I came to the police and I said, look, somebody did this to me, they raped me, or they they put bleach on me, they tied a noose around my neck, I did all this stuff, okay. Now they're saying it wasn't a hoax. So if it wasn't a hoax, he's gone. Like they're saying he's not guilty. Smollett is not guilty of a hoax. So where's the guys? Like where's the people? Who's getting who's going to jail for this?
Exactly. So
you know what I'm saying? Are the brothers who did this?
Yeah, I mean, in the interview after the case, they said they even admitted, his lawyer said that the Nigerian brothers did it. So again, I don't understand.
So are the brothers going to jail then?
No, they're not.
You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Who cares about Smollett's career? I didn't even know the guy before this. Yeah. And not that I'm that important, but I mean, a lot of people really didn't know about him. No, but what I'm saying is, if he's not guilty, then somebody's got to be guilty. The perpetrators. Yeah. The so-called perpetrators. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand. I definitely agree. Somebody's got to.
They're not for him.
Hold on one second. I think we get a little bit of flack. We might have a little bit of buffering going on here. Just a second. I'm trying to see if we get okay. But no, I agree with you, man. I agree that somebody again, if this was a real case, why isn't he mad enough about knowing that these guys did it? Why isn't he in pursuit of legal or civil or some kind of ramifications against these guys? Since his lawyer agreed that those were the guys that did it, even though the charges weren't pressed, why are they not in pursuit of seeking some type of justice against those guys?
Exactly. On his, I saw today when he was doing, after the lawyer spoke and then he spoke, all he said was, I just want to get on with my life. He didn't say, I'm not guilty, I was found not guilty, and I want those people found, you know what I'm saying? I want to go after those people. I want those guys to go to jail. I want them to have their day in court because of everything they've done to me and put me through all this. He didn't say any of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, because again, like I said, because he knew it wasn't real, and so he's trying to just get out while he can because he know that they pulled a major string for him, and so he's just going to walk off into the sunset and try to hide for a little bit, or he's going to do his little community service. They're going to say he did the community service. They'll probably give him, community service time credit for something he did back in the past because, again, it's just a bunch of games. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of games. And they're really playing with people. And like Prepaid, when he called in and said that there's going to be somebody else who's going to try, because that was my thing, is that now it's going to make other people think they can continue these hoaxes because they happen all the time. But they just don't get the notoriety because of the level of Jussie and what he was, his political connections, his affiliations, being a celebrity and everything. But there's regular people who do it all the time, and they're going to think, oh, well, he got away with it. I can get away with it too. There's no repercussions. And like Prepaid said, they're going to end up in jail. It's just going to be a wrap for them. And they're going to be...
Well, just like... sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but... just like the college, the parents with the college, like paying all that money. There's all this big thing going on, and you know what? Nobody's going to jail. They're going to get away with it. The kids are still going to stay in the college. Nothing's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody just gets away with everything. If you have money, I'm the one that put money talks, bullshit walks. That's it. Yeah, that's it. You think that those parents, they're going to go to jail? Lori, whatever her name is, and all that?
No, I think I don't think they will. I think like
they're going to get a slap on the wrist, so they're going to do community service. What? They're going to give money to who? You know what I'm saying? But if we, me and you, were to do anything like that, our asses would be in jail.
Yeah, we're
done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's all about money and all this stuff. It gets me so mad. But what got me mad was like the police comes out and they give all this, same thing with the college thing and university. And they're saying, oh, we're going to get these guys. And now we're going to see the same thing's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to be guilty of anything.
Yeah, no, it's not. Like I say.
So then don't come on TV and tell us anything about it because we don't want to know.
But they're gonna
Let them get away with it.
I mean, they're gonna keep on doing it. Nothing's gonna happen. But again, it's either you just gotta. I guess we gotta make some political friends. You know what I'm saying? Or we gotta motherfucking make a lot of money. Hopefully, we hit a lottery or something. You know, I don't know.
No, but you understand my point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
he is not going after the bad guy. If I was standing there saying I'm not guilty, then obviously the other guy's guilty. And I want to make sure that he's guilty and he's going to jail because of everything I've gone through because of it.
Yeah.
But he's not saying that.
No, he's not. Because it didn't happen.
He just wants to go on with his little life.
Mm-hmm. Definitely didn't happen.
But I really think it's not going to be the end of it.
Now, somebody, like I say, just it was too much fear and too much around this case that I think that it's going to be, I guess for lack of a better term, it's going to be a political civil war in Chicago because politics is a dirty fucking game. And so somebody has to get thrown under the bus for this. So where strings have been pulled, somebody's going to get thrown under the bus. Most likely, I think it'll be Kim Foxx. But either way, she's going to have somebody throw a little cash at her, so she'll be all right, even if she's not in politics. But, it's either, the mayor, he's going to have to side with the police because that would be a career suicide not to, especially in this whole situation where everybody is pretty much against Jussie and them being left out of the loop with what happened. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in Chicago.
I think, I really like that police, the chief of the police or whatever, like over here we call the chief of police, but in Canada. But I really believe him, and I just felt bad because they did all that, right? Went through all those videos for nothing. All that money, all those resources that could have been used to help other people that were in actual crisis. Instead of this Yahoo. I hate him so much. He's such an idiot. Anyway. Okay. Thank you for taking my call.
All right, Miss Rhea. Well, hey, Nick, this ain't the only time we go live. We go live 10 o'clock every night, so be sure to join us again soon. I appreciate you.
I will. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Adios. Shout out to Canada. International Den call. Shout out to Canada. All righty. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the Denline this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Jussie, man. But, one more thing. I can't believe I forgot to say this shit, but this shit really pissed me off. But, and I think you kind of put it in your personal page about that Cardi situation, too. Oh, yeah. How she can just drug niggas. And then it's sad that the video was out. She posted not one but multiple videos for the last 3 years how she used to drug niggas and pretty much take their money, scam them and shit. And then cops do nothing. Nobody don't do shit. It's just another example of just tomfoolery, man. The shit pissed me off because the other way around, I mean, we already seen, Bill Cosby being in jail, out of jail, had to do all that legal shit for the same shit. And same shit, well, nothing gonna happen. Cardi released a statement today. And apparently everybody's all good with it still. I just don't get this shit.
Man, it's a double standard, man. Like I said, if you suiting the needs that people want to feed, then they gonna rock with you. But fuck Cardi B. I've been like whether she did this shit or not. Fuck that. I don't rock with that bitch in the first place. Her music is trash. Her whole mentality is trash. And I don't support the message that she sends to the youth, man. And for her to be one of the number one, if not the number one female entertainer, there's so much wrong with that. But we'll talk about that at another point. We got to give Jussie his due. We'll probably talk Cardi real soon. I'm sure before the dinner is over with tonight, we'll definitely dive into some Cardi conversation.
And one more funny question, though. So is the mayor going to return the key to the city now?
Hell no.
I mean, shit.
They need to. They need to call it back. Hey, I need the key to the city back. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting that shit back. It is what it is. But that's what I say. That's that dumb shit they be on. Anybody else, people be disassociating themselves. But again, like I say, it's a double standard when it's men. It's a them versus women. But that's what I say. That's a completely different conversation. But I'm sure we'll get into it. I'll get into it a little bit more before the dinner is over with tonight. We may go a little over the normal 2 hours, but we'll talk about it.
All right, Mr.
I appreciate the call, Josh. But yeah, Cardi on that bullshit too. Surviving Cardi B. Where's the cancel Cardi party? Where's that at? Anybody else do some shit? We're gonna cancel them. Oh, but I like her music and she's kind of thotty like me, so it's okay. She had to survive. Bitch, you ain't gotta look. what kind of shitty stripper are you if you got to rob motherfuckers to survive, right? Like, if you must not be good at stripping. And from what I seen, well, I heard, I ain't seen nothing, but like, you had to be a shitty stripper. You got to rob just to survive. You got to strip and rob to survive. You down bad? No, bitch, you greedy. That's what the fuck that is. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
It's Bro Lee.
Bro Lee. What would you like to add to the conversation this evening, Bro Lee?
If you were in Jesse's situation, would you do the same thing?
If I was in Jesse's situation, would I do the same? What the fuck do you mean?
If you had money, if you had power, if you had fame, would you?
You're motherfucking right. Why wouldn't I? I'm gonna use every. Like, here's what y'all gotta understand. I'm talking shit about it, and it's fucked up because it is fucked up. But if you're on the other side of the coin and you have unfair advantages in life, man, you better use that shit to the fullest. Fuck it. It's not my fault that somebody else doesn't have a particular advantage, or like, that's why I say, like, I don't believe in crying about all this other stuff. Whatever position a person has gotten themselves into, whether it's from family ties or whatever, if you built those networks and those connections, utilize them. It's fucked up, but what this is exposing is how the game goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it is what it is. Is it corrupt? Yeah, but if I can use the corruption to benefit myself from having to deal with a bunch of bullshit and legal cases and everything else with a phone call and a, hey, man, what's the law? I'm sorry, guys, I didn't mean to. And that's it, man, fucking right. Other than sitting around and sitting away for a couple of months, couple of years, or whatever else the repercussions could be, you motherfucking right I would. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, y'all know in the den, I'm not going to shoot y'all no bullshit. I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. If I had, though, that leverage, I would use it to my fucking advantage, and I think you'd be a motherfucking fool not to do so. That's why I say, even if them parents who did the fucking college shit, if you got it, then why the fuck not? Is it fucked up? Yes, but if you have an unfair fucking advantage, like, you better use that shit instead of wasting it. It's like having a talent and not using the talent that you have because, well, other people can't do it as well as I can, so I'm not going to fuck that shit. It sounds fucked up. I'm not saying I have any of them, but I would love to have some. But if shit, I'm trying to get me some now. I'm working on it. I'm trying to make some friends. But nah, all bullshit aside, yeah, I fucking use it. Why not? Why the fuck not? Like, shit. Does that answer your question, Brother?
Yeah, I got distracted because someone was saying that I sound like the Zodiac Killer.
You probably do sound like the Zodiac Killer. A little bit of Zodiac Killer. What's your Zodiac sign? Some Tyree shit and you to murder somebody. But yeah, that being said, anything else you want to add to the conversation?
But I had a follow-up question.
What you got?
Why are people so pissed, and like why do people care about this dude so much? Like, you know, I don't know if you heard about the college scam at USC happened like a few weeks ago with that actress.
Like half a minute ago, I just said if I the college payers, I just talked about it like 30 seconds ago. So yes, I heard it. Goddamn it. But go ahead.
Oh shit, that's what happens when I don't pay attention. All right, but the point is that, you know, why do people care so much? Like, if at the end of the day, if you have money, then you got to use it to your advantage. Like, that's the game. Like, instead of complaining, why don't you just get the money yourself? Like, instead of complaining, whining, procrastinating all the time, like, do something about it instead of bitching.
Well, that would take work. People think, you got to understand the mentality that people have about rich people and people who are in positions that they are in, you know, and that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, you could achieve it for yourself. You just have to work at it. But most people don't want to do that, and so, you know, they feel like, well, hey, it's unfair that this happened, that happened. Hey, that's the way the game goes. Is it fucked up? Absolutely. But again, if it was working in my favor, I'm finna use it. Why would I go through the shit if I didn't have to? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. So, you know, it is what it is. But before this gets any weirder, Bro Lee, appreciate your call. Because, you know, it can get strange with old Bro Lee over there. But yeah, man, at this point, like I say, you know, the reason why people are concerned is because, you know, people want to believe everything is fair. Should it be? In a sense, but in reality, no. But this situation, why the Jussie situation was so bad, is because you put all this out here. Again, you can talk about the man hours, which again, that $10,000 ain't cover shit. You can talk about the man hours. You can talk about the people you got up in this frenzy that you got people thinking that, you know, there's random MAGA murderers in these streets just, you know, giving temporary ass whoopings over Subway sandwiches and shit. You know, you threw Subway under the bus. You threw the MAGA hats under the bus. You threw the police under the bus. All because of your ego and your lies. And it's unfortunate the people that are still supporting this man because of just blind loyalty, not seeing to it. And the fact that you're continuing to be duped by a habitual line stepper. Again, like you said, when he called in, that when Preplay said you your mother's son, shit. You lied on your own brother. What kind of mother? You ain't no ethical integrity about you. So, you know, again, like I said, it is what it was. So, you know, it's fucked up. So rich people went donating to the university to get their kids before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just went directly to the person instead of building that library, instead of using the legacy programs and shit like that. You know, it's just, it is what it is. What you said, you're stealing your jokes. I don't know. I don't understand German. I can't steal your jokes. So my thing is this, man. You said one kid's mom with a Super 5 would be. And here's the thing. But let's be honest about the college thing, because we didn't really dive into it a whole lot. We talked about it here and there. We're gonna get back to Jussie. Let's be honest about the college thing, right? How many people are complaining about this shit that actually had a real opportunity to get one of those spots that was taken up by one of these celebrity kids? How many people? You got thousands and thousands and thousands of people across the country, hundreds of thousands of people complaining about it. Maybe a couple of million people talking about it. But how many of these people actually missed out on a spot at any of these universities, Harvard and USC? I don't know if one happened at Yale or somewhere, you had a crew or whatever. How many people missed out on the opportunities because of these people? I'm pretty sure it's less than 1% of the people complain. I'm sure it's less than 0.5% of the people. Unless it's less than 0.25% of the people complaining about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So my deal is it ethical? Fuck no, it's not. But the world ain't been ethical for a long time. A lot of shit gets done in the most unethical manners. They display it to you in a way that you digest it like it is on the up and up. But let's be real. Man, look, ethical shit, there ain't shit getting done ethically. You know what I mean? The joke, what joke did I take? I'm trying to figure out what joke you're talking about because I really have no idea. But yeah, I've never even heard of you. Who are you? Heidi. But my thing is, you know, it's crazy. It's fucked up. And like I said, man, it's just the whole shenanigans. But what my thing with this Jussie shit is, I really feel, and we said this when it first happened, we talked about this till we got bored. There are bigger political ties behind it because that's what makes this stand out from the regular motherfucker, because the regular motherfucker don't have no political connections. The best they did was knowing they fifth grade class president. And that motherfucker's somewhere smoking rocks now. A lot of these people don't have political connections, man. And so you're not finna get any favors. You're not donating to these campaigns. You're not doing any of this stuff. You're not helping people. They don't give a fuck about you. The same shit I talked about. That's why I said I don't give a fuck about Obama. I don't give a fuck about none of these politicians. One, I ain't got enough money to give a fuck about them. When I get on that stage and I get on that level and I start throwing somebody, hey man, you need to make the Den the official, the motherfucking official show of the your campaign player. But the thing about it, everybody wanted Obama to do something for black people. Well, he did something for gay people. He's still doing something for gay people, apparently. I'm not going to get into that. But why? Because who was it that was donating money? Niggas wasn't donating money. Yeah, they was voting for him. Here, you can have my vote. But who was putting money in the campaign? Money talk, bullshit, walk 1,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And so it is what it is. Subway benefited from the campaign. Oh, shit. I apologize for y'all's ears. I apologize. What is the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in on the Denline this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman, what's the motherfucking deal, man? How you feeling about this whole Jussie situation, man? What you want to drop on the Denline tonight?
Man, I'm already not feeling good, man. These Rockets ain't got that ass torn up, bro. Them Bucks too damn tall, man. But let me get serious. What you about to say?
Said fuck the Bucks. Fuck them, goddammit.
Man, them niggas, Italy is Silva and all, they too damn tall, bro. We undersized, but that's off the point. But that's just a Smollett situation, man. You know, looking at some of these comments I heard, some people say this is black privilege in Chicago. Black privilege, let me tell you something. Black people ain't got privilege, I can't talk, nowhere. Let's be honest, down in Africa, down in America, nowhere. Let's be honest, when you black, man, you always going to get the hardest sentence, man. It don't matter what the crime is, man. That's just America.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, this is why I'm going to disagree with you. Because he just proved that. And what Jussie just did.
No.
He's black, right? And
he black,
but he got hit with 16 felony counts. It's not about race. It's about your connections. It's a black
Honcho, I was just about to say that.
Okay, go ahead.
Honcho, you gotta remember, this dude is gay too. Don't get it twisted. This is what I'm getting on. Okay. Yeah, he black, but he gay, bro. What we don't know, he's getting down with these judges and getting down and doing something. I'm just saying, bro. He in the industry. I've told you about highly weird 1,000 times, Honcho. Let me tell you something. What you don't know he did with that judge or that jury, or you don't know, Honcho, as a black man, 6 felony counts and you get all of them dropped? That doesn't sound a little suspicious to you, man. I don't want to hear that, bro. I felt like, because he is a gay man, it was a gay agenda. He figured out he had gay privilege, and he did something, bro. Is no way. When you mixed into to Hollywood and mixed in to all that, bro, you do have connects. Of course, Honcho, this is how they broke it down. So, look, Jussie, you give me this, I'll take all these counts away from you. But you know what? You're going to have to pay for that. Next thing you know, we don't know where we're going to see Jussie. I'm just saying. This is why I feel like it ain't no black privilege within Chicago. Black people don't have, like I said, black people don't have privilege, man. It's sad. You know, we have to work 10 times harder for everything we get. You know, and that's true. That's not opinion. That's fact. We do. And you know, I just feel like it is because he's gay, bro. We're living in a more acceptive, especially America and world, bro. So I just feel like that's my revelation. That what were you doing behind closed doors to get away from 6 family counts? Honcho, let you get 6 family counts or me get 6 family counts. I had this under the prison.
16. That's what I'm saying. 16.
Well, that makes it even worse, Honcho. Me and you under the jail, we get 16 felony counts. So how Jussie Smollett, a little small actor, gets under 16 felony counts as a black man? I don't want to hear that, bro. You know he doing something to get.
He plugged in, or he getting plugged in.
What?
Oh, that's awful. That shit is disgusting, but I had to say it. The thing is, man, and this is what I'm saying, like, and this is what I'm trying to get people to, it's class, man. If you connected, if you in the right position, you in the right fraternities, facilities, whatever else it may be. I told y'all the story. Like when I was in college, man, we was going to a party at A&M, and we were speeding. We on the way there, you know what I'm saying? We was 3 or 4 cars deep. We speeding, we slide, we gone, we hitting the hundo. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, whoop whoop, you pulled over. God damn. My partner, I ain't gonna drop his name. You know, he get out. He was in the car. Or he was in his car. We all pull over, you know, to the side. You know, we keep an eye on each other and everything. And he get out. Officers see that he has a particular. I think he had it on his license plate. You know, he's no frat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And officers, you know, he asked him a question. Well, something, I don't know if it's one of them founder questions or whatever. And he says, you know, when whatever it was, he answered it. Y'all get your ass out of here, man. I don't want to see y'all again, man. And had it would have been any other situation. Man, you talking tickets, you talking jail, you talking about whatever else it was, and we ain't gonna get into the particulars. But my thing is, sometimes you just got leverage, you got connections, man. If you affiliated with the right affiliations, man, in the right situations, shit is gonna work out for you. Fortunately for him, we talk about all this intersectionality. He got the black, the gay, the Jewish, the celebrity.
That's true.
You know, got a little bit of money. I think what 400,000 is basically top 1% in America. So people always act like the 1% is this super filthy rich elite. $400,000, you're in the top 1% in America. So he was. His thing was like $500K a year, some off that Empire shit. He probably want to be bigger than what he is, but so he's in all of these categories. So he has it all came together to form this super situation. You know what I'm saying? This super intersectionality, man. You know what I'm saying? And
I mean, you got a point out there, man.
And dipped in here. We'll save you. Super intersectionality, man, don't save nobody. He gets saved. And so all the political people came, well, we'll save you from your fake problem, you know. And so they came in, swooped him up, and look at it. Like,
I mean, look at Chicago, bro. Chicago has a history of doing that. So I'm not disagreeing you, because you know what? There's some dirty people in Chicago that he could have connects to. This makes you look at the R. Kelly situation like, could R. Kelly get off? Now, there's way more evidence on R. Kelly. But I'm just saying, if Jason could do it with 16 felony counts, you telling me R. Kelly can't do it with what? I forgot how many counts he got. You can't tell me R. Kelly can't do it? I already told you about the story that R. Kelly might be gay too. You don't know what he getting down to get down.
But here's the thing, though. What's his name is openly affiliated with all of these things. R. Kelly is looked at. You got to look at how the public is trying to play it. Kim Fox is in jurisdiction for both of these cases. She went after R. Kelly. She went openly after R. Kelly after watching that documentary. She was with the shit, so she gonna try to cancel R. Kelly, mute R. Kelly, as they say. But Jessie probably be out there watching Empire. Like I said, motherfuckers got her personal phone number and shit, calling her up, hey girl, what you doing? Let's go out to lunch and this, that, the third.
That's true.
So she was too connected, like I say. So she didn't recuse herself from shit. She said that in the public to make it look good. They not gonna offer R. Kelly a deal, like not no backdoor. He may beat the case, but he's not gonna get no backdoor. Notice I said backdoor for Jessie. Emergency deal. You know, to get off. He gonna go through the proceedings. He gonna go through the procedures. And he gonna have to do it just like he did last time. Like he beat the case last time. That's how he'd have to beat this case. But again, like I say, but it could happen. I mean, the way shit is now,
hey, you never know.
I mean, shit.
I'll say one thing, Honcho. Jussie Smollett, his career over, bro. I don't see him getting booked for shit.
Man, Hollywood, come on, man. Look, Mel Gibson was out there calling motherfuckers niggas and Jews and hoping you get and he just dropped a new movie, and he was saying the shit he wasn't supposed to say. Jessie saying everything they want to hear, and in the eyes of the public, he's innocent, but he's not. If you paying any attention to the details, he's not. Man, Hollywood gonna pick that motherfucker right. They're gonna put that motherfucker right back.
You know what? I'll eat the pro on that, Honcho. You right. I feel like he is. I'm going against what I'm saying. He with that weird shit, bro. I'll see him in the movie or another show. We'll see, man. But I don't know. I'm happy to. In a way, I'm happy it's over, because I'm tired of hearing about Jessie, because he pointless to me anyway. I'm ready to get tired of hearing about R. Kelly with his case. The Michael situation, he's dead. Leave him alone. And we'll see what happens. Man, damn, they went over my 5 minutes. So it's your boy Roman, man. I'm out, man.
All right, Roman. Appreciate the call, man.
Man, anytime.
Already. But my thing is, like I say, man, you know, R. Kelly couldn't even make bail, goddamn. You know what I'm talking about? So the thing is, who checking for R. Kelly? Who cutting for R. Kelly? That's what I need to know. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who got called into the den this evening?
Hey, this prepaid again, man. When I called in, I didn't realize it was amateur night, so I guess I got to slow it down for the folks in the den. Okay. I didn't. For those who don't know, I wasn't mentioning R. Kelly and Jussie Smollett together. I was mentioning them because Kim Fox is the state attorney. She's assigned to both cases, for those who don't know. She recused herself, means that she felt like she couldn't have impartiality to Jussie Smollett's case, which makes no sense because she has a job to do that she got sworn in to do. You can't decide to recuse yourself every time you might know somebody. That's the reason why that case was mentioned with R. Kelly's case. Now, for anybody who understands Chicago community and the actual celebrities, things of that nature, why did Kim Fox accuse herself for Jussie Smollett case and not R. Kelly case? There's not a person in Chicago who knows Jussie Smollett but don't know who R. Kelly is. That is why they're intertwined. Also, if any of y'all do a quick little search of Kim Fox, you're going to see Kim Fox at rallies with Kamala Harris. You're going to see her in pictures with the Obamas. These are all Chicago intertwined for those of y'all who are slow. That's why they were mentioned together. Now, somebody said for me to mention the his Jussie Smollett's bond. And once again, I want to reiterate this for anybody who don't understand something. Innocent people do not forfeit bonds. They don't. When your charges are dropped, you go over the fucking DA's office and you wait for your check. They're going to tell you it's going to be between 7 to 10 business days. When that happens, you get your check back for the bond you paid, the 10% you paid of your original bond fee. That does not happen. Innocent people do not get their cases sealed. If you're innocent, you don't have shit else to hide. You ain't got nothing to hide. You're innocent. That was the point I was trying to make for those of you who are kind of slow, or I don't know what y'all niggas on tonight. That's how this shit works. This is how this whole thing works. Now, I left off something I want to touch on this. If y'all recall, after Jussie had bonded out, he kept saying, I'm going to have my day in court. He had this little smug smirk on his face. I'm going to have my day in court. And like the lieutenant was saying, if you are innocent and you want to have your day in court, you don't take no plea and then sue your case. You don't do things of this nature if you're an innocent person. If you're an innocent person, man, put all evidence out there. But the reason being that never happened because he took that deal. Now, I forgot to say this, and I'm going to tell you. I believe they hit Jussie up. Jussie done went in there and did some singing. He done told some shit they wanted to hear. That's why their case is sealed. He said whatever they wanted to hear. I can tell you right now, Chicago, they made him admit to the shit. He admitted to it, but they want to know who he was connected with. And that shit came out. Now, I'm going to tell you, Kim Foxx's hands are dirty as ever. Because when she recused herself, his name is Steve Maggot, I believe his name was. He came out and said that he didn't have a problem with Chicago PD's evidence. He had no problem with Chicago PD's police work. He said that they did not exonerate Jussie Smollett. So he's telling you right now, I didn't say that he was innocent. I'm just telling you, I got the phone call from motherfucker above me, so I gotta let this shit go. Gotta let that go. This is what political power buys you. This is how this whole thing works. This is how this shit works. It shouldn't be that much of a complication for those. This is how they use said power. It's not always about the money. It takes some money to get you to the door. Can't be a broke nigga. But once you got a little bit of money, now keep in mind, Jussie's not balling like he ain't got money like The Rock or anybody else who do real movies and no shit like that. He ain't broke neither though. I think he make about $450,000 off Empire for the 10 episodes per season. This what, season 6? He got some bread. I don't know how much he done spent at the booty club and shit like that, but he got some money.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I had to call back in, because I thought we was all on the same page, because, you know, we've been talking about this for a while. It's been building up to it, but some of y'all, I don't know what the fuck y'all been hiding it. And listen, I don't know what to tell you. Y'all here talking crazy, but that's it for me, man. Hopefully I clarify for people in the den. Hopefully we can move forward so everybody knows what the fuck is going on. Honcho, you got to spend a day, bro. I know you got my voicemail earlier. We got to talk about this shit with Michael Avenatti. Okay. This shit big because we still got to talk about Mark Garagos.
Yeah, we can make it shake.
I'm just saying, I ain't never heard a white boy try to strong arm Nike. Yeah, this might be the hardest nigga I ever met.
Yeah, he been going after everybody. Everybody he see is a big dog. He trying to attack. So yeah, we definitely can talk. That nigga might be a 5'7", 140-pound Debo. I know a nigga who's snatching chains around here. Shit, Michael Avenatti, I'm gonna tuck mine in. Fuck with your boy. That's a bet, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Yep. Look, man, when Avenatti comes here, I got mind control over Avenatti. You know, when we talking, I be quiet. When he leave, we talking again. Oh man, so yeah, like I said, Avenatti is crazy because this whole how he just blew up from the Trump situation to Nike to R. Kelly, the involvement in every motherfucking thing. That's a crazy situation. We definitely got to discuss that. You know, we might be on that tomorrow. Fuck Cardi B. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Brandon.
Brandon, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the den tonight?
Man, all this crazy stuff with Jussie. People don't I know. People got to understand. Listen, and when you look at the severity of what he did, when you compare it to other people, it really wasn't that big of a deal. And what I mean in the eyes of the law, right? For us, yeah, it's a big deal because
obviously he's playing with people's emotions, and there's a lot of history, you know, and a lot of energy behind just the whole racist and the whole, you know, lynching people and all that stuff, and then him lying about it. It's a bad look. But in reality, if you look at it, any common person is going to have that nollied, which is what happened with Jussie. It didn't get dropped; it got nollied, which means, you know, they had enough to prosecute it, right? Enough evidence and information to prosecute it, but the state's attorney decided not to, and they're saying it's based on his history, and it's based his lack of criminal history, you know, because he's not like a hardcore criminal. But you look at it. If you look at the charges, he's just lying to the police. People lie to the police every day. And, you know, unless it's about something serious where someone's actually harmed, which in this case nobody was harmed, you know, they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to give you community service, pay this fee, nollie, get the hell out of here. That's how it is. You know, if Jussie wasn't, you know, as famous as he is, this would have gotten no traction. It would have gotten anywhere. So I don't understand why people are so pissed off about it. It's just that's how it is. Especially in a district like Chicago. Chicago, they have so much actual violent crime that these prosecutors, they have to kind of, you know, say, all right, well, what's the most violent case? What's more important? Me going after these dudes who are shooting each other and killing each other and these violent crimes, or some petty false claim, you know what I mean? So I don't know if you're familiar with the justice system or a lot of these districts that are overwhelmed with crime. They have to nollie cases, and what they're going to do is they're going to nollie the cases that, you know, aren't that serious, you know, that aren't related to violent crime, that don't have any victims. I don't know if you thought about it like that, or anybody has brought it up.
I mean, like I said, I know it's a bunch of shit that goes on. I know Houston had a situation out here not that long ago. People who had, I think, they did like a big mass thing. If you had like misdemeanors, all you had to do is come in and sit there for a couple of hours and talk about it. If they had misdemeanor warrants or something, they let it all go. So, I mean, I understand like when you do, because Harris County is often overrun and stuff like that. But my thing is this. So, do you think that, I mean, if that was the case, that was the proceedings, why do you think they had this emergency hearing just to do something like that? Why wouldn't they do that at his next court date?
Well, maybe politics. You know, there's obviously politics involved, right? Because it seems like these people are connected. Obviously, he has connections to you know, people who are going to be running for president. But regardless, right? If Jussie was a regular Joe Schmo, right, and he wasn't on Empire, and he made this complaint, the police would have went over there. They would have took the complaint, right? The minute that he wasn't getting any traction, because the police are going to look at him and say, this dude's a liar. We're not even going to bother with this investigation. We're just kind of going to blow him off. You know what I mean? We're going to do the bare minimum. And that would have been it. He might have maybe, you know, complained about it, but the reality is they would have said, well, we don't have enough evidence for it, so we're not going to keep pushing it. We're not going to keep wasting, you know, the time that we have and the resources that we have on, you know, going after something that's not going to go anywhere. So even if they did decide to, let's say, write a arrest warrant because they have enough evidence, you know, to show that he is lying, it's going to get to the prosecutor, right? It's going to get to the state attorney, and the state attorney is going to say, well, all right, this guy, he's lying, yes. Is he hurting anybody in his lie? No, right? Was anyone actually attacked, or was anyone violated? No. Okay, so we'll just give him some community service, have him pay a fee, and then we'll say, okay, this case is nollie, which means it's different than it being dropped, right? Because when your case is dropped completely, right, and you're exonerated, you know, you don't have to pay anything. Yeah. You're not going to have to pay any fees. You're not going to have to do any community service. You're good, right? It's not going to show up in your record at all. right? But a lot of the time, obviously, the lawyers and the prosecutors will get together and they'll say, all right, well, how about we do this? My client, he doesn't have any history of crime, any violent crime. He's on this show, and he's an actor. He's doing stuff for the community. How about we just get a little bit of community service, and then you nolly it, and he'll never be a problem again. You know what I mean? That's what happens in the courts. That happens all the time.
But you don't think that Jussie forced their hand, though, by going on TV and by making a bigger deal about it, saying in TMZ and all those other things? Don't you think he kind of forced their hand and put the police in that situation?
He did. But here's the thing, right? The police department, right, is going to do 100%, of the work if they're under the spotlight. That's what happened because the way the media was pushing it out there. The police, they don't want to make it seem like they don't care or they're incapable of following up with this investigation. So they're going to do what they have to do. But then once their investigation is done and the prosecutor or the state's attorney takes over, the police, it's out of their hands at that point. I mean, they might be witnesses at that point, and when they need to bring evidence for the case, they'll bring it in. But the bottom line is that at that point, the state's attorney's goal isn't the same as the police goal. You know what I mean? So police officers they're trying to, find a crime and see if there's any probable cause. And if there is probable cause, that's when they either write a warrant or make an arrest on site, and then they push it to the state's attorney, right? But the state's attorney, it doesn't necessarily want to prosecute everyone because they can't. You can't run everyone through a trial, right? Because it would take way too much money, way too much time. No one would be trialed in a timely manner. You don't have the resources. You don't have the judges, the prosecutors. You basically don't have the resources to do this, right? On top of that, you would be, if you somehow had the resources to lock these people up, then you'd have mass incarceration, which is another thing, right, that they don't want in these liberal states, right? So how do you prevent mass incarceration? You nolly a lot of these cases. You know what I mean? You drop a lot of these weak cases and you nolly other cases. You shouldn't be surprised that the state's attorney and the assistant state's attorney, they're both Democratic black women. You know what I mean? Like, those are positions that are appointed by, a governor, right, who is most likely Democratic in that state. So it's a lot of political stuff because their goal is, right, in a liberal state, their goal is not to arrest as little people as possible. Problem is, if you arrest as little people as possible, then you're going to have cities that are going to have a lot of rampant crime. So it's kind of like you can't have both, right? You can't have the police locking all these people up, and at the same time, the jail's not being, filled. So you gotta let them go, and that's what they do. If it's a weak case, just like this, if it's a weak case or it's not a violent crime, it's not going to go anywhere. That's in liberal states, in northern states. Down south, it's a little different, and I see that there's people all over the country, obviously, right, from different states, and they think that the law should be exercised in a certain manner, but they forget that different states have different laws, right? So, like in Illinois, every single time you lie to the officer, right, then that counts as a felony, right? Whereas in another state, just the whole process would be one felony. You know what I mean? So there's like little changes in rules. That's why it seems like that, but I don't know.
Okay. So to kind of sum it all up, you're saying that the state's attorney, both and the assistant, are both being Democratic black women. They're just big fans of empire. That's basically what you're saying.
Say that one more time. You were kind of breaking up. I'm sorry.
So basically, the state's attorney and the assistant or her whoever's under her, being Democratic black women are big fans of empire. That's what you're saying?
Well, they're in their positions because obviously the governor is Democratic, but you understand, like, basically what they're trying to do is they can't have mass incarceration, and if you're gonna follow every case that comes to your door to a T, that's just gonna happen, or you're not gonna have the resources. So cases that are non-violent, they're gonna drop them, just like this one. Non-violent, nobody was actually hurt. He wasted a bunch of people's time. That's really what happened, right? And he got people pissed off. But at the end of the day, nobody's hurt. No one got arrested. No one was violated. And that's all it is, bro. You know what I mean? If he weren't on Empire, nothing would have happened. They would have told me to kick rocks.
Okay. Well, that's a bet, man.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate you calling, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You know, and I understand that. I understand that, and I get it. But I just think and I could understand why the laws are upset. But I think it paints an image, because most people look at the cops as, you know, the enforcers and the justice system. You know, they don't really look at the whole process, not realizing, you know, it's different once you go before a judge. Once it's out of the cops' hands, you know, they present that evidence, and then you go to court with that. So I think it makes the whole, not just the cops, but it makes the whole Chicago legal system, justice system, whatever you want to call it, look bad. And I think that's a bigger problem than it makes Kim Foxx about. I mean, even though it may be a commonplace, it could be a common thing, but just everything that went with it. And I'm still curious about the letter. The letter. That's what I want to know. You gotta be calm, man. You gotta be calm. You just gotta hear people. Everybody's gonna have different opinions about different things. And everybody's gonna look at things from a different angle. That's what makes the Den so great. Whether we all agree or disagree, or we see it from one perspective or another, it's about understanding why people see it that way, and then, you know, being able to validate your thoughts and opinions as to why you see that. So that's what makes the Den so cool. And that's why I appreciate all of you who come through on a regular, and all of you, you know, who may be new. And, you know, welcome to the part of the conversation. Like I said, we do this live every night, 10 p.m. Central Time to midnight. And it's a variety of topics. Not always whatever's happened immediately in the news, but we definitely need to talk about the Avenatti situation. We'll probably give Cardi some time here soon, you know, deep dive into that. But tonight we're talking Jussie. And Jussie's Jussie on the bullshit. So the Nigerians did the letter. Well, they did. I believe they did find the evidence. And so that's why I say this is a peculiar case, man. Because, like was mentioned earlier, the Nigerians, they're not under arrest. They're not under any suspicion. You know, it wasn't said that they were given any kind of immunity in the case. I think it's a whole lot to really think about. I think it's a whole lot to consider when we're looking at this. And yeah, if it would have been anybody else, again, because I said we talk about resources, and resources was the key word from that last call. Resources, not only the resources of the, you know, Chicago court system, but the resources that Jussie had, and the fact that he used all of those resources to make sure that his message was out there. He's the gay Tupac, you know, all of these things, and so he forced the hand. Oh my goodness! I apologize to your ears. I'll be forgetting. The players fuck up, man. Hold up. Is this who I think it is? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the Den this evening?
Hey, it's Rashida. How you doing?
Rashida, how are you? I ain't heard Miss Rashida in so long. How you doing, Miss Rashida?
Oh, I'm good. I'm not feeling this little situation though here.
Let's talk about it. So, what's on your mind when it comes to this fishy situation?
Because now you got justice supporters all out here. Oh, we knew he was innocent, all this bullshit. Y'all know he's guilty. He's still guilty. I don't give a shit who let him go, what, blah, blah, blah. No, he's guilty, period. And people don't understand the concept a dismissed case versus he found guilty. There was no trial. He was not found innocent. You know what I'm saying? They just dismissed the charges. They didn't want to, proceed with him, and they took his bond money and gave him community service. Pretty much a plea deal.
Yeah. Okay. And again,
what I think happened was I think the police was releasing too much evidence, but see, they didn't know that that evidence was going to be part of the case against him. And see, they fucked up when they talked about that check, that $3,500 check for training, because that's part of what was sealed. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't really prove that that check was part of the crime and not really money for the training.
Yeah.
So they kind of sabotaged the state case in that sense.
Okay, and I think that's important what you said about sealing. And that's been a repeated point. Why seal? If you didn't do anything, what's the phrase everybody always uses? Well, if you don't have anything to hide, if you're innocent, you don't have anything to hide. So, what does he have to hide? Because he's been hiding from the jump. When they first asked for phone records and all that other stuff, he's been hiding and trying to bring his own redacted records and all this other shit. Like, what does he have to hide, and why do people? And I'm still trying to forget. Like you said, people gonna think he's innocent. They're not gonna look at it. They're gonna hear what they want to hear. We know what's really real. We know that there's some shady shit going on under here. But the emergency hearing, have you ever heard anything like that in your life? Is that something that happens out in Chicago?
No. That's special people get things done like that. And no matter what anybody say, Jussie got that clout behind him, period. And in the future, the police need to be quiet as well. Update people. Yeah, they was doing too much. Like they celebrities too, out here want to do press conference and update. No, stop doing that. Don't do all that.
Do you think they got a little too personal with it?
I feel like the state felt the police was overzealous too. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's some kind of division there. I don't know exactly what's really going on with that.
Okay. So do you think it was more of a old girl Fox, with that being basically a friend, you might as well say, because that's what she was recusing herself in the beginning, because she had to have some type of ties and connections, admittedly, if she's recusing herself from that case. So she had to be relatively close to him or close to some people who were or having knowledge of him. Do you think that was a friendly favor that was done?
He knows somebody high up there. Because this kind of thing don't get done. People can say it get done all the time. I haven't heard it get done like this. He got this shit done old-fashioned style. Let me make a couple calls. Ding, ding, ding. Bobby drop. Drop and seal. How you going to drop and seal them, though? For 10,000, now what kind of bargain shit was that? You get 16, 17 charges dropped for 10,000.
That's some great value felonies.
Exactly.
I ain't never
and
heard
16 hours community service. Shit, please.
Yeah, that's the wild shit about it, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, just the whole way that it played out. So, what do you think? What options do you think the police have going forward? Because obviously they mad. They want to look into. They want to get old girl investigated. Fraternal order police saying that they want an investigation done into her. Do you think if they do investigate, good grief, pardon me, sorry about that, y'all. If they do investigate Kim Fox, do you think they're gonna find something shady going on with this situation, or do you think it's just procedure?
Well, I just feel going forward they're gonna have to mend fences with the state or whatever, and stay in their lane, because you can obviously see who got the clout and who got the power. The state showed the police who got the power in the city. The police might think they run the city, but we can all see when it come down to it who really in control of the justice system. So I don't know. I just think they just need to move on.
Okay. So, how do you think the cops are going to start handling cases from here on out? Do you think that, because let's be honest, a lot of people were working hard, a lot of people were putting in overtime, especially having to dedicate the resources to this case. And then to feel like basically it was a slap in the face because you pull some shit behind the scenes because like it was mentioned, any other regular citizen, yeah, we'll look into it. This shit look fishy. We ain't even finna fuck with it. We're not going to waste the time. But because of him going on Good Morning America, him going on the concerts, and then even after this, because of the way it was handled, because PR is a motherfucker. That's what people got to realize. PR, that's why there are PR firms. There are people who have a specific person. So this motherfucker played the PR game as soon as he got out of court. You know, man, I wouldn't be my mother's son. Yeah, you can test tube, baby. But, you know, the whole shit that he was just talking about, people eating that shit up. We knew it. We didn't want to believe it. We knew that. And he's not innocent. He's not. Anybody with a little grain of common sense, anybody who's been watching this from the very beginning. I mean, before the case, just when you heard the story initially, the shit didn't make sense. Then when you find out the Nigerians were involved, it didn't make sense. And then if you're paying, I mean, even if it was, let's say that check was for nutrition and training. Okay, so these motherfuckers, you feeding these motherfuckers. Why would they attack you on their own? Hey, you know what, this guy, we making decent money. We working for him or working with him or whatever. Why would we attack him? That's
another thing. They not finna go after the Nigerians. They not finna continue this case. They not finna go looking for no other people because they already know what's going on. That's why the state was clear to say that the charge has been dismissed. But they didn't say anything was wrong with the evidence that the police gave them because they know if they was to say that, then they would have to go and be out here looking for these other two people because we want our city safe. We don't want two crazy as people running around our city doing it.
Okay. So now let's talk about your boy. I know you're sad about this one, but do you think that favors R. Kelly? Do you think that's going to enhance his chances of of getting off?
No, I think R. Kelly just needs to get ready to do his jail time because he don't even need to look at this case. He ain't got that clout. If he did, he wouldn't even still be facing these charges. He ain't got that clout like that. He got the opposite of clout.
Doubt.
They want him. Right. They want him. They want him.
God damn.
Ain't nobody trying to pull no favors for him.
Okay. Man, that's funny.
And then they had the nerve to talk about just to do work in the community and everything. What the hell they got to do with it?
Man, that nigga do dirt in the community.
There's a lot of people who work in the community.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community. Y'all don't know about that. If y'all ain't never seen Black Dynamite, y'all don't know nothing about that. But so, you know.
Now they want Cardi B to go to jail too. I don't know, that's crazy.
Now, Cardi B ass need to go to jail. She poisoning the community. She telling all these young girls to do bad stuff. If that would have been a dude, say I was out here, you know, I was out here drugging, and let's not even say sex, drugging and robbing women. If it was a male stripper, say, we just talking about Magic Mike. What's his name? Because I didn't know that because they were comparing him and Cardi B start off as strippers and then end up doing stripper movies. So Magic Mike, if Magic Mike said, "Yeah, man, before I got on in Hollywood, man, I was down bad. I was stripping and then I was taking these women home, drugging them up, and then stealing all their money." Man, they would have been canceled that man so fast it'd be over. They'd be trying to digitally erase him from every movie that he was in and all that other shit. You know. So my thing is, hey, if we pushing this Me Too, we pushing this equality and these equal standards, let's play it across the board. I'm all about equality. But you can't take the good without the bad. And that's what everybody want to do. Well, you know, there's no justification. You're a stripper and you ain't making no fucking money. What the fuck is you doing with your money? You need to go find a regular job. You can't live stripping. You got to strip and rob. You are shitty. You shitty at both of them, goddamn. I mean, like, come on, what the fuck is really going on? That ain't got nothing about trying to eat. That's you greedy. You living outside your means, apparently. You can't strip to get what you need, and you gotta step your game up. You know, instead of out there robbing, go practice. Go work on your twerk. Do something. You know what I'm saying?
It was already one guy came forward talking about he was a victim of
yeah, a bunch of motherfuckers come out. When they gonna when the surviving Cardi B come out? That's what I want to see. I'm gonna watch that bitch. I don't be watching them documentaries, but I watch that shit.
But the thing is, she said this shit 2 years ago. Why people just not waiting to bring the shit back?
Oh, look, hey, hold on. How long was it with R. Kelly? They brought that shit back from '98. That's the most recent case he got. They talking about that was between '98 and 2008. So that shit over.
But R. Kelly never came forward and confessed it. Her dumb ass sat up there and put the shit on video. No, she just about the stupidest person I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, but she been dumb though. That's what I've been telling folks. She ain't too bright.
You can be transparent about your life without revealing everything. Some shit she just needs to keep to herself. You got away with the shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing about that is, she's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, not the brightest Crayola in the box. And the fact is, though, but this is what I'm talking about. And you know, we talking a little political. This is the motherfucker the Democrats want to bring out to have speeches at the fucking convention and shit. Like they got to do better. They got to do a little bit better vetting than that. That's a bad representative. But this is the woman that people are propping on the pedestal. And this is all I'm saying is, there's so many other good role models out there for young girls, but this is what people are pushing for. We already saw the pictures of the chicks that go to a concert, so it's all bad, you know. It's all bad. There's nothing good to me that surrounds this woman. The music ain't good. It's not motivational or inspirational. It sounds like some gold digging music from what I've heard. It's nothing good to it. And then what, teaching you how to rob? Is that what she telling the little girls? Go sleep with me and rob them and drug them up? Like, what is it really? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
She wasn't telling people to do that. She was just telling people about what she did in her past. But that was unnecessary. Nobody asked for that. Why are you volunteering information? Yeah. Crime. That was criminal what you did. That's why I said something wrong with her. Yeah. She sound illiterate most of the time, drunk, high, whatever.
Yeah. She need to keep her damn tongue in her mouth. Well, shit,
but even though I'm glad Jussie not gonna get no jail time, they fumbled this one.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't, but either way, when he wasn't gonna get none. But I think it's
I didn't know that. Now,
no,
I didn't know that. I was thinking he might get 30 days or something.
Yeah, I figured he was gonna get a plea deal one way or the other. I thought they would throw a couple of 100 hours of community service at him. I thought he was gonna get a plea deal, have to pay what I thought was gonna be restitution for the hours worked, you know, a couple of 100 hours of community service, you know, maybe an apology or some shit like that. I figured it would be some of those things would happen. But you talking about this nigga paid basically what his bail was, what, $100,000? So $10,000, which wasn't shit.
It should have been $100,000 because they spent way more than $10,000 on their case.
And that's what I'm saying. So shit, he motherfucking me got. He won. He won on that whole ordeal, and he got people still thinking he's innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a super PR, and the people who support him, they gonna double down, triple down, and he's a gay savior now. He's doing this and this, and so you know all them women who was talking about you straight black men who aren't supporting Jussie, you should be man, fuck that dude. No, don't fuck, but fuck what you stand for. So again,
I mean, where can you get 15 felonies dropped for 10,000?
That's a deal. So I'm telling you, that's some great value felony.
That's a deal.
You gotta go to Walmart to get that kind of deal. But man, that shit there is off the wall, man. That's what I said. I just again, like I said, blew my mind. The whole ordeal blew my mind, man. I didn't think.
But I still be talking that shit on Facebook because y'all not finna tell me he innocent. You want to come on your page now and talk that shit. You know his support. I'm still standing strong on what I said, and I said he's guilty and he guilty. Period.
Yeah, just like I say, you know, look, trust me, because you can have cases drop for, again, like I say, you know, improper procedure on the police part, you know, corruption on the back end. Don't mean you didn't do the shit, but just because the procedure was a little awry, you know, then you know they're gonna take it off the books. You can get a win like that sometimes. That's how this situation kind of. You just had the right connection. So again, you know, it is what it is, though. It is what it is. It don't.
Yeah, he blessed. He's blessed.
His whole family.
And like you said, I don't even think it's a money thing. He got some connections. So I don't know how he got them, but he got them. He connected.
Man, he finna go holler at, he probably got to go show up at Ed Buck house, you know. He finna, you know, Ed Buck like them funny black men like that. They keep dying at this house, but nobody want to talk about that. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. That's a whole strange situation. But again, like I say, it's
Hey,
all
it must be nice. That's all I can say is it must be nice.
That shit is weird. That shit is real awkward. But again, hey, you know, again, like I say though, but if I had it to my advantage, I don't knock anybody who uses it to their advantage. You got it, shit, flaunt it. I mean, why not? If you got to hook up,
you got it,
use that shit, man. You know, so it's a bunch of bullshit though. And that's what my thing is though. Anybody who's looking at this as a victory for him, they need to be looking at it as themselves. Like the same people who the people who are talking about, oh, we oppressed, you know, this, and this. That's that privilege and power that you hollering about everybody else got. He used it to his advantage. Why you not mad at him about that? You know, he skipped the whole legal proceedings. You know what I'm saying? But they not looking at that. They looking at it like, you know, somebody we support who was fighting for us. He came out unscathed for the most part, and so they think it's a win. I don't agree though, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, they just looking at it like a black man finally beat the system. That's how they looking at it. It is what it is. So it didn't want to say why y'all mad. I'm not mad about anything because at the end of the day, it don't affect me. But you know, I just have an opinion on it. That's it. But you can't even have an opinion without people telling you mad.
Yeah, exactly. And that's crazy. That's the thing, you know. And that's what I say. Like, we all friends, and ain't nobody got to be mad. Y'all may disagree, but I'm actually surprised. I know when all that shit happened, I was talking a bunch of shit in my comment section. I'm surprised there ain't been a lot of blowback. So I'm waiting. You know.
It's early now. It's early. They coming.
That's funny.
It's coming. It's coming. Just wait on them and talk your shit back. That's all.
You can't change my mind. I know what I know, and like I say, you ain't behind that bullshit. That's all right. Well, Miss Rashida, anything else you want to add to the conversation? Then? You got anything else? What else is on your mind? What else is going good? What's going on in your world? You know, I ain't hear you on confession night, so what's happening in your world?
You know what? You know how to get me off the phone, don't you?
What you mean? I'm just waiting. I thought today might be the day. You know, we just gonna keep waiting. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna.
You were trying to wrap this call up.
I thought maybe you was gonna share something with us. You know, maybe not. You know, we gonna keep waiting. We gonna find out.
I lead a boring life. I don't have nothing.
No. You already gave us a glimpse into Rashida's past, so you know. I think it's a couple of things in there you could dig up.
No, some things you got to let them go. Like Cardi B, I ain't gonna be out here in TV talking about me.
So you've been drugging and robbing niggas. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, I see. Look, I knew it was something.
Some stuff I done is criminal. I can't discuss all that. That's in the past.
Yeah. Well, that's a bet, Miss Rashida. I appreciate you calling in. We're gonna leave the past in the past for now, but you know I'm gonna keep on trying.
Okay.
I really appreciate.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Shout out to Miss Rashida. My thoughts on this, and excuse me, I apologize for all in your ear with that. I kind of got a little fight with somebody earlier talking about them stop clearing your fucking tongue. Fuck them. God damn it, you can leave. If you don't like it, God damn it, you can leave. Ain't nobody forcing nobody to be here. But I appreciate y'all who are here. We got about 10 more minutes of action. So I got in about 2 or 3 minutes late after all taking y'all long. So we got about 10 more minutes of action. So we get ready to start winding some things down. My thoughts on this, honestly. Am I mad? No, not mad. Interested in seeing what's going to happen now. Because anybody who thinks that this is the end of it is sorely mistaken. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning of some very interesting things that are going to be happening in Chicago that I think will end up having national implications. So I think that right now it starts. It's a chain of events that is about to take place. We just have to pay attention. Because I don't think, again, with all the national attention, the way public perception, the image that people already have in mind when they talk about Chicago, because that's the go-to thing. But what about all the crime in Chicago? You know, and then the Chicago PD, they look bad. You know, you can talk about Laquan, you know, you can talk about all that stuff. That's a bad image for them because people are going to say, see, we told y'all Chicago PD crooked and this, and this. I don't think it had anything to do with them being crooked. I think that they just got into a situation where the fucking right y'all ever watch that Lego movie? The Lego movie. I ain't seen part 2. I need to see part 2. You know, I fuck with it. The Lego movie, right? What they call that motherfucker, the special. That is what the motherfucking is. That is what it is. He's the fucking special, right? For all those people and their political needs. He checks off every checkbox and then some. You know, most people, you got one, you good. This motherfucker got them all. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, the energy, though, I think will transfer from Jussie. Because, I mean, his part in this is done for now. Record sealed. It's going to be real difficult to... Somebody going to have to do some illegal shit for that to even ever get leaked out. Can't talk about the evidence and everything else that was there. Because if there was no evidence against him, then it would be a big deal, right? So, the thing is... Oh, they took Black Dynamite off. I ain't been watching. I haven't, like I said, I ain't watched Netflix in a couple of months, and I started watching that Love Robot shit. That shit is actually pretty interesting. But shout out to Jared Key because he put me on that. But I think it's going to I think it's going to carry over into the political arena, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Because, like I said, all the political ties that are involved in this, that have been involved in this from the very beginning. You know, it's a lot of strings, a lot of connections. Like I say, if you go. If you look it up on, what is it, Breitbart? I know y'all like, what is this? This make look at Breitbart. But they had the link to, you know, all that, the donors is public information. So you talk about George Soros, over $400K to Kamala, not to Kamala, to her campaign. And I want to say it's another Soros on there too, like there's a Sorosky, there's a lawyer who donated some money to her campaign. There's George Soros, and I want to say, it's another, so it's like 3 different names with Soros and Sorosky. It's a lot of Soro in the name. But, you know, George Soros, why? Why? Most of us didn't know who she was until now, you know. So, very interesting. So and then she donated some money to like Planned Parenthood back in the day. So it's very interesting with that. She donated like, I think $1,000, $1,500. I was looking through something. I was using a little tool to go through some of the campaign donations. All that shit is public record, right? So, you know, you talk about the connection with her to Kamala Harris, who's, you know, trying to make a presidential run. Does she have a chance? I doubt it. But her name is going to be ringing for a little while. And people are going to be paying attention. Because you got to understand, people, even if they don't become president, if they can make if they can sustain a decent campaign, you know, even if they don't win the nomination from their party, it boosts their political power because they become more well-known across the nation. And don't be surprised, you know, you see these names pop up from henceforth. Because now what people look at it is Trump with no political affiliation or no political background. Now every politician... Again, like I said, anybody who'd have been a mayor of a small town thinks they can run for president now. And they feel like it's a wide open thing. But the thing is, Democrats got too much going on. There's so many people who are mad about every little thing. Every candidate got something about them that everybody's going to hate. So they're going to have a difficult time. It's going to be very interesting. But the way I look at it is, it's I don't want to say the floodgates have opened, but it's going to be a very interesting next couple of months, I think, in Chicago. And I think the eyes of the nation are going to be looking at Chicago and not in a positive manner. I expect to see some political fallout. I mean, it's already something, but I think I expect to see some real political fallout take place in Chicago. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, niggas here talking about some fucking wrestling and shit. Said anti-lynching bill. Who was still getting lynched? Last time I heard somebody getting lynched was fucking lynch mob. Some of y'all youngsters don't know shit about that right there. You know what I'm saying? So you like Trump but don't mess with Obamacare? That's an interesting one. Let's see. Let's see. It's interesting. I'm trying to catch up with y'all. I know I ain't been giving y'all the love as normal. Let's see what we got calling in. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
What's up? What's the motherfucking deal, Honcho? This is Edwin Baptiste, bro.
Edwin, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What you wanna drop in the den tonight, man?
Oh man, I just came slide through the talk some quick shit real quick, you know what I'm saying? So regarding this damn Jussie Smollett, man, I knew they weren't finna send that nigga to jail. That's what he want. They're not finna give the black man what he wants. This is all the rules. He set it all up so he can go to jail and get butt fucked all day. Like I'm telling you, they're not gonna give this man what he wants, man. So that's one. that's one right there. Let's get that out the way. But now all in all honesty though, you had a caller that called. I think it was before Rashida, and he was talking. He's spitting some real. He's talking about the justice system and how pretty much they not. You know, the prosecutors, they're not really worried about petty crimes, you know, especially in Chicago. There's a lot of shit really going down in Chicago. So they don't need to be worried about the motherfuckers, you know, the motherfuckers that's lying to the police. That's petty as fuck. I mean, you got killers and gangs and shit running, you know, rampant out there. So, you know, he was really spitting some real on that because and we experiencing the same shit in Houston, bro. Crime rate in Houston is fucking out of control right now, bro. Like especially the south side of Houston, like over there by South Union, Dead End, and you know all of that shit over there, bro. It's straight. It's like a fucking battle. It's like a war zone over there, bro. You got all the little cliques, you know what I'm saying? All these little gangs that are emerging, like 100 and all these. Or when I was growing up, it was 100 and Mash Mode and shit like that. And now there's some other motherfucking dumbass names they got. But yeah, in Houston, bro, when I just got locked up, I remember telling you that a few days ago. That's why I ain't been in the chats and shit. I've been locked away, man. So, man, when I was in jail, I was in Harris County, bro. They giving everybody a PR bond. I don't know if you know what a PR bond is. It's a personal bond, pretty much stating that, hey, you know, you're giving us the word that you're gonna go to court. You're not forfeiting no property or no money or anything. You're not putting nothing up. It's a bond based on your word. You know you're giving your word you're gonna be to court. Man, I'm in court, bro. I got a PR bond because I'm in jail with some. You know, I put my business out there. I visited there for possession of marijuana. You know what I mean? And the only reason why I got taken to jail is because the cop was being a bitch ass nigga. They really don't even supposed to take you to jail for weed no more in Houston anyway. That shit is outlawed. It's supposed to be a citation if it's under 4 ounces. So you can be riding around with a fucking QP, nigga, like. So
riding around
for real, yeah. Right? And I get taken to jail for a gram. I'm like, bitch.
Oh, that's some hoe ass shit. Oh man, I thought you were gonna say you had a zip on you or something. That's some hoe ass shit. Oh,
you feel me? Right? A gram that I didn't even know was in the car at that. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Because he searched my car. I'm like, go ahead, nigga. Like, I popped the trunk for him and everything. Like, go ahead, nigga, have at it. You know what I'm saying? I just told them don't fuck my shit up because the police, they got a habit of tearing up a nigga shit. Yeah. So yeah, man, that shit he was saying about the crime and all that, about them really not focusing too much on the little shit. Bro, I'm in jail. I'm in Harris County. They giving everybody a PR bond. There was a lady in there, and I'm locked up. I'm in there with killers and shit. This motherfuckers, I'm hearing their stories. Man, I looked up on TV, and I saw a bitch that was on TV inside of the motherfucking, inside of the booking with me.
That's some funny fuck, man.
Yeah, this bitch is in there for murdering her baby.
Oh, that's terrible. But I
this bitch just murdered her baby.
That's terrible, though. That's terrible. But I mean, that's the funny thing. That's why I be telling y'all, man, and not to make light of it, because that shit sucks. The booking still as bad as it always is. Processing.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They stepped their game up, nigga. Bro, the new booking facility, because I don't ever want to go through there again.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, if I got to go through there again, I'm a lot more appreciative of the process, because you in there, because you're a black man. I'm assume the stereotype that everybody else assumes, that you've been incarcerated before.
Yeah. I've been Harris County a couple of times.
So look,
it's a small state.
So you know about the holding cells, then you know about the whole ass holding cells.
Man, yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit!
You getting fucking spend a day just getting processed in that bitch.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You be in the holding cell all night, nigga. Mm-hmm. You don't get a blanket. You don't get shit.
That whole ass peanut butter and jelly. That bitch ass shit.
No, you be praying for some peanut butter and jelly nowadays. They give you the motherfucking nasty ass bologna.
Oh yeah, the whole ass bologna. Ooh,
them be dry.
Man.
Them hoes be dry to the motherfucker, bro. I was in that whole famished, bro, for a whole week. I'm famished. I'm dying now. I couldn't put none of that shit down, bro.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get no commissary. I didn't want to get comfortable in that. Because I know I was getting out. I'm like, I'm not finna be in here that long. Man. Yeah, bro. So yeah, that I just want to
But you said they fixed it up, or they sped it up a little bit, or still
Bro, they fixed it up, bro. Let me tell you about how it is in there now, bro. It low key, like, it kind of is like a DMV now, bro. I know this is like crazy, but the chairs look nice as fuck. They got TVs all over the place too, big ass screen TVs all over the place.
Yeah.
So you can watch TV from anywhere inside the building, bro. And on top of that, where the chairs at, all the seats, bro, they have phone stations at the seats, so you ain't gotta get up. You can sit down and be on the phone, bro. And there's a phone in there for everybody, bro. No bullshit. Ain't no fighting over phones.
Yeah, man. Look, niggas getting whooped over them
phones. And these right? And look, and these ain't the phones you gotta smash your face into, bro. These are the phones that you actually gotta get a handle. You know what I'm saying? You know the phone where it is no handle. You gotta put your face against the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you trading chemicals and shit.
Getting ear infections and shit.
You got, oh man, I swear, bro, that phone stay funky too. That whole stank too. It ain't but one or two of them in a holding cell, and you got 10 niggas lined up for one phone.
Yeah.
Man, now it improved a lot, bro, but it's still Harris County still ain't shit, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. That shit there.
Bro.
I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about, man, look, that shit, look, y'all, it's funny because when you're not in there. When you in there.
Oh yeah. You can laugh at the shit now. Yeah. But when you in that bitch, banging your fist against the wall and shit, you ready to catch that motherfucker. But yeah, bro, look, I'm in there, bro. I'm in there with murderers and killers and shit. I'm mad in the bitch because I'm in here on some punk ass weed. I'm like, bro, y'all better let me out of here, bro. I'm sitting there talking to a nigga that say he just killed his best friend. I'm like, nigga, I don't want to be around these niggas, bro.
What you in YNW Melly and shit? God damn.
Right? I'm like, damn, man, I don't want to be around these niggas, man. And look, they giving PR bonds left and right. They gave a lady, bro, this lady got caught with some crack. She assaulted the police officer. And she all kinds of shit, resisting arrest and trying to run on foot. Bro, this lady had about 6-7 charges, bro. Yeah. But she was an older woman. She like in her 50s or 60s. Lady had about 6-7 charges and had a felony assault case against an officer, bro. Like, what the fuck? Guess what? PR bond. Get the fuck out of here. I see you in court.
Damn.
I'm looking like, nigga, y'all got to give me my PR bond. I'm in here on some bullshit weed. So they gave me my PR bond. But come to find out, my ass, I got holes out of Pearland. I got holes out of Fort Bend County. And I went on a field trip, nigga. They sent me to every county, man. I was like, fuck. Yes, I spent one night. Yeah, I spent 2 nights in Harris County, bro, and then I'm in 2 nights in Pearland, and I spent about 5 days in Fort Bend. Fort Bend wasn't too bad, though. No. I can't even lie.
Man, I had a cousin who used to be in Fort Bend. He said them motherfuckers had microwaves and shit. And all
they got microwaves. They got tablets, bro. You can video chat on the tablet, bro, with somebody on their phone. They download the app. They can download the app, bro, and they can video chat you from anywhere in the world, bro. They can be anywhere in the damn world. They can video chat you in jail. I ain't making this shit up, neither.
Yeah, fuck the den and this badass signal. I'm finna start the den. I'm going to Fort Bend. The Fort Bend Den is gonna be the new name of the den. I'm fucking
Bro, they got it made in that bitch. That hoe was like a vacation. They got it so made in there. Like I'm used to. If I ever spend like more than a week in jail,
yeah.
I see a fight. I see a couple fights. Yeah. But nigga, I was in Fort Bend. Bro, it wasn't no fights, no arguments. It wasn't even no disagreements in that hoe.
Yeah, shit. We got more beef in the den than in Fort Bend, goddamn. Shit.
Yeah, for real. Especially Heidi over here stirring up the pot, nigga. Heidi will be the tank. Heidi be the tank boss in Fort Bend. She be running that.
I'll whoop Heidi ass, goddamn it. I'll be that bro man.
Oh shit, bro. I'm so glad to be out of jail, though, man.
That's the best feeling in the world. Step up, man.
Oh my God, bro, the air, everything, bro. I only spent like 8 days in that bitch, but nigga, when you a day in that hole feel like a week, nigga.
What?
You already know, an hour drags on forever, nigga. Yeah. Ooh, and that last day waiting to get out, the day I knew I was gonna leave, bro. Man, tell me why that day went by so slow. They waited till 7 o'clock in the evening to let me go when I was supposed to get released that morning. Yeah. But there was a discrepancy with my paperwork. Yeah. See, Pearland didn't send over the paperwork, so they thought I still had a hold in Pearland. Yeah. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm in that whole nigga hoop. I'm in that whole bucking, bro. The CO. I had him calling downstairs to booking like, hey, this guy's supposed to be gone today. I mean, I was in that whole bucking. I was ready to leave Fort Bend, bro. But I was 10 niggas up in spades, though. My spade game got tough in that bitch. I mean, nigga. There wasn't shit to do with that hoe but run spades.
Yeah. That's wild, man. It was good that you out there, shit, because even with the situation being improved, don't nobody want to be in that bitch, man. That shit is.
Oh man, that shit is terrible, bro. And I'm glad I got it over with, bro, because now I can get my license back. Oh. Because all them tickets and them warrants was from driving with no license, no insurance, just riding dirty, nigga. I'm no license, no insurance, and got weed in the car, nigga. I'm just riding. I was all fucked up. So it was. I needed to get a little slice of humble pie to get reminded that, hey, nigga, you're a black man. You need to get your shit together. Yeah. So yeah.
Ain't be riding dirty, man.
Hell nah.
That's what's happening, man. So hey, more of the stories. If y'all do some dirt, make sure you cross Fort Bend County line. And
bro, I ain't fucking with Fort Bend ever again. And Missouri County. Man, I don't even remember getting that ticket over there, bro. I swear they made that shit up.
They like, well, fuck it, he going everywhere else and shit. Let's go ahead and bring him in, goddamn.
Yeah. I was like, what, Missouri? I ain't been to Missouri in like 5 years. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, ain't that a bit? Man, that's fucking hilarious, man. That's fucking hilarious.
For real, man. So yeah, that's the Smollett. Yeah, they won't go give him what he wanted, man. So. He a free man, and I ain't surprised. I knew this motherfucker was gonna be alright, man. They ain't finna lock that man up. Like for real, come on now, they're not finna lock him up, bro. It's like the judge probably looked at Jussie and laughed, like, I can't lock this pussy ass nigga up. That nigga wouldn't have lasted a second.
Of Neverland and shit, they be enjoying that shit.
Yeah, and they got like a certain they got a certain area, like a certain cells or whatever for the gay people.
Yeah, for the different dudes.
When I was in bro, I got a story, bro. So when I was in jail, when I was in Fort Bend, we was locked up with a punk, bro. And this nigga, the first day I was in there, I'm using the phone, right? I'm in there using the phone. And this nigga, I overheard this conversation. And this I ain't never even seen a dude yet, so I didn't even know he was gay until I heard him. And I could hear it. You can hear it in their voice, So he on the phone. He talking about that bitch got too much Botox on. Like niggas don't talk about Botox and shit. Like the fuck. So it caught my attention. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? And I could hear his tone in his voice. I'm like, oh man, this nigga one of them punks. And he's like, yeah, she just need a big old juicy dick. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm trying to have a conversation, nigga, with my girl, a straight conversation. It's about big old juicy dicks right here next to me, and the phones are not far from each other, like inches away.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bitch, I'm trying to have a conversation with my old lady. This nigga talking about some big old juicy dicks. I'm like, oh man. And so this nigga he ended up putting Kool-Aid on his lips and shit, making them red so he can have lipstick and shit. He in that hoe doing the most, bro. He had a part in his head. He in that hoe looking real gay, bro. And they came and moved him out of there because his cellmates was complaining that this nigga was in that hoe. He in that hoe Peter watch. I'm talking. Anytime somebody get up to go piss, his head is up, nigga. He looking. Yeah. He trying to see. I'm like, damn. I'm like, man. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got, man. I'm gonna telling these jail stories. The last time I hope to ever tell these motherfucking stories. Man, look, not trying to go back.
Man, I'm telling you. But that's the one thing. Whenever you come out, I mean, like I say, it'd be some whole ass shit when you in there. But anytime, if you know anybody that ever come out, I don't care if it's a day or a week or however, man, a motherfucker gonna have some jail story. Cause it's shit you gonna see in that bitch you just don't see in normal everyday society.
I'm telling you, bro, I had so many stories. I got a lot of stories, bro. Just from that one visit, just to go in there, bro. It was all right. I'll tell you another one. It's one nigga, bro. When I was in, cause they took me to Macau first. The city jail off of Macau by the railroad tracks. They took me there first. And while I was in there, bro, it was one nigga in particular, bro. He was in that whole tripping, bro. He's in there bucking hard. Yeah. He's like, man, I'm from the penitentiary, nigga. This is what we do, nigga. We do. We get in the jail. We whoop, you know what I'm saying? He loud in there. I ain't gonna lie. I usually hate niggas like that, but it was so boring in there. He was keeping me entertained, so I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting back and enjoying the show. He was acting a fool, bro. Bro, he told one of the guards, hey, I know you, nigga. I know you from the world. He's like, yeah. When I see you out there, I'm gonna beat your ass. Whoop, whoop. And so the guard came and I was like, well, won't you whoop my ass now? Man, these niggas got all in their faces, lip wrestling, like they damn near about to kiss each other, but they didn't do shit. So he walked out, and after he walked out, the CO, it was a shift change, so a female came in. Bro, tell me why this nigga started beating his meat when a CO lady came by, bro. I'm talking about, like, beating his meat, bro. Stood up on the table and started beating his shit. I ain't never seen no shit like this in jail, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He said, look, this is his exact words. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to burn y'all, but I'm in jail, nigga. This what the fuck I do.
Yeah, that nigga certified jailbird, man.
Bro, what? This nigga he's institutionalized, bro. If I ain't never seen an institutionalized nigga in my life, bro, this nigga was so institutionalized. I'm like, damn. And he was in on an assault with a deadly weapon, or some shit. This nigga was shooting at somebody. I'm like, damn. I said, yeah, you need to be in here, nigga. It's niggas that need to be in that hole.
I'm telling y'all, this motherfucker that belong there. You don't see them in everyday streets because they where they need to be, in jail.
Yes. Bro, there's some niggas, bro, trust me, I was locked up with a handful of niggas. They were just talking to me. I'm just like, yep, you right where you need to be. I mean, I ain't tell them that, you know what I'm saying? I won't tell them nigga that. Yeah.
Shit, you motherfuckers did,
you know what I'm saying? You know. But in my head, some of these niggas was talking, and I was just like, damn, boy. I'm glad they got you up the streets, because I sure hate to bump into you out there, nigga. You fucking menace to society, nigga. Old dog.
Man. This motherfucker don't got shit to lose in that bitch. Yeah, Jussie.
For real, I'm talking about old dog ass Tupac from Juice ass niggas in that bitch, bro. Like savages. Nigga was in there on some Tupac Juice shit. He said he shot his best friend.
That's wild.
Like, damn, nigga.
That shit,
like, no bullshit, bro.
That's wild. See, man, if you got some more, you have to share them with us on confession night, man. I think that's gonna be the night to hear. So I might have to bring a whole story or two out, because this shit got me laughing, thinking about some old bullshit. But man, you know, as always, man, I appreciate your call, man.
Oh man, I love calling in, bro.
Really, look, you should call in from the. You gotta know we'll be dead at 10 next time. But nah, hopefully ain't no next time. So call in from the
man. let me knock on wood, nigga.
Yeah, straight up, man. But that's a bet, man.
All right, man.
Already.
Yeah.
Man, hey, look, Look, we had to go a little bit over that, man. I'm telling y'all, like this is what y'all gotta understand, man. It sucks when you in that bitch, but it's just some of the funniest motherfuckers. So I think that was a good way to lighten it up to end the night. But man, I don't want the app. I ain't trying to talk to nobody. Man, look, it sucks when you in that bitch. But you just see some of the funniest shit. I'm telling y'all, man. I still can't get over the fucking little Asian dude named Win. And that motherfucker was just hilarious. Like, you know, some people are just naturally funny. Like, they're not even trying to be. But that motherfucker was a funny motherfucker, man. Yeah, I do. I'm fucking my neck all fucked up. I'm sitting crooked and shit. I need to get me. I seen this little device. I need to check it out. I need to start my fucking lay on it. But I already dreamer, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming through, man. So yeah, we gonna get ready to wind it down. But man, y'all know Dan, I fuck with y'all. Y'all know we do this live 10 every night. We're gonna have a couple of good topics coming up. We definitely some things going on, excuse me, that we got to start discussing. And so we should have some pretty interesting topics for this week. And if some more crazy breaking news happens, and you know, I'll start trying to cover them. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna do them all live. I'll actually try to start doing some more, short videos and shit. So it'll be on 24/7. We trying to make it happen. If y'all let me do my little promos before we get up out of here while I'm thinking about it. Again, you know, make sure you follow Nadine on all of the proper social media. So if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/DenShowLive. Twitter and Instagram, same name, different platforms, @DenShowLive. If you want to follow me on my personal Instagram or Twitter, it's @EdHonchoHTX. EDHONCHOHTX. Let me see. If you want to contact the Den, even when we're not live, you have a topic suggestion, just something you want to comment, maybe on a previous show, whatever it may be, you can leave a voicemail at 833-284-3336, 833, the number 2, the Den is the easy way to remember that. Or you can send an email at DenShowLive, constructive criticism, opinions, thoughts, suggestions, whatever it may be. I'll definitely try to check those emails. And if you want to tell a friend about the Den, tell them to go to thedenshow.com. If you want to tell them how to catch us live, tell them to go to thedenshow.com/live at 10 p.m. Central. We do this every night. Man, I saw your text late, and I seen it. I saw it like right before the thing, Cartier. So I apologize about that. I saw it right before the thing. Am I taking? Taking like Liam Neeson. Hey yo. I like being corny. It's cool to be corny. Yes, there is a later. I saw it. Like I said, I didn't realize it, so I apologize. I didn't read you. I thought I read one of your messages on the thing. Boo, boo. I get a boo on the joke, man. Fuck y'all. Y'all like my home humor. Forget y'all. You know what I'm saying? If Jesse would have told a joke, y'all would have laughed. You know what I'm saying? Start at 7 p.m. You try to cancel the sauce. Y'all trying to get the sauce just erased. Started talking about start at 7. Beyond the funny nigga talking about fuck the sauce, man. Cancel the sauce. So yeah, we got plenty of conversations to do. Damn, sauce Texas suck. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah. I don't know. I might start going giving that might be the lick. Like I said, once we get everything situated and proper, because sports talk is like better for early during the day when people at work, because they don't want to talk about work, so they want to do sports talk during the day. So start doing sauce from the mornings to the mid afternoon, then the Den from mid afternoon to the evening. He said no sauce nights. Hell yeah, oh man. Meanwhile, the Astros. Yeah, we talked about the Astros slightly today. We got some. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I am. We talked about the Astros slightly today, and merged the sauce in the Den. No, I answered it. I am. I'm just all over the place. I did contacts. Yes, if y'all want to show love to the Den, You can support the Den at streamlabs.com/The Den Show. We are still in pursuit of our goal to reach 5K. So between Sauce Sports, my other channel, and this channel, trying to convince 1,000 people, if you find $5 worth of value in the Den, hit that streamlabs.com/The Den Show and donate to the channel. We are definitely trying to grow. And if you want to be a Patreon supporter, shout out to Stina Starry-Eyed. You go to patreon.com/The Den Show. Din-a-thon Friday. We gotta have we gonna have a din-a-thon, because like I say, the long dins are cool. We might just have one in like maybe once a month or so, like a little free for all den, just kind of whatever the topic. We'll go long with those den. Miss Honcho watching. Look, Miss Honcho, look. I'm a player, I ain't pussy whip. I whips pussy. Y'all don't know. Y'all youngsters don't know nothing about that, man. Cooking Sauce Sports, and then I got a partner to cook. I was telling him he need to come on, man, because that motherfucker be throwing down. He from the islands. That motherfucker can really cook. But here is the deal. Look, we ain't even get started on that. Look, I have the dick, I make the rules. Y'all didn't know? You know what I'm saying? That's just how that works. But I thank you all for joining this evening. We're back at it tomorrow. Same den time, same den channel. With that being said, hey, Jack, look, y'all ain't got to go home. But y'all know what's gonna happen. Friends of the den, denizens, den generates, and den folk. Y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm gone. Y'all still in here? What y'all doing? Y'all have a good night. You say the sauce get too much time. Well, look, y'all hating on the sauce. I can't believe.